Here we go. Thursday morning, MJ Morning Show. MJ, Michelle, no sign of Fester yet this morning at almost 6:02. So, Michelle, you barked at me this morning.
I did.
I was barked at. Woof, woof.
About what?
You're like the Kimchi commando over there. I mean, what's the deal?
Oh.
I mean, come on.
It's just stinking up the refrigerator. Can you freeze it? Because then maybe... Oh, you need to put it in a Ziploc. That container's just not airtight, obviously. It's going to make all the other food in there smell. So if we have, like, leftover pizza or, like, my chicken fried rice, it's going to be garlicky.
Well, there's probably some garlic and spices in your chicken fried rice to begin with.
Spices, but no garlic.
All right, listen, hold. All right, folks, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Maybe it's just, here comes Fester just strolling leisurely down the hall. All right, glad you can make it.
Good morning, Fester.
Yeah, glad you can roll on in. And, of course, you have no headphones.
That's okay.
Yeah, no headphones.
He doesn't need them.
Dude, hold on. You're bringing in your gigantic...
What's that?
Hold on. You got a gigantic bucket of Circle K... What, Thirst Bus? What do they call it? I can't keep track of all.
Polar Pops.
Okay, all right, so the Polar Pop is a drink name for the Circle K fountain drinks.
Yes.
All right, but what are the other cans you're bringing in?
So.
Why? I mean, Fester's clawing two other cans of beverages, which one looks like is that a mug root beer?
This is a mug root beer, zero sugar.
Okay.
Which I bought and never have had before.
Right.
Because I'm a big root beer fan.
Okay.
And for some reason, I was like, you know what? I think I'll enjoy a mug root beer during the middle of the show.
Wait a second. After you finish that, 48-ounce giant bucket of Thirst Buster Polar Cup?
This was just in my car overnight. This was the same cup as yesterday.
Yeah.
It's about half full.
Yeah. Oh, wait a sec. So that liquid is from yesterday?
Yes.
You're sucking on yesterday's...
It's just drink. It's just water.
But the carbonation is gone.
It's an uncarbonated beverage.
What was in that?
I recycle the cups.
Yes.
So let's say I buy a cup. I bought this cup. What's today? Today's what?
Today's Thursday.
I bought this cup on Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't like buying this cup, using it one time,
right,
and then pitching it, and then it living in a landfill for... I don't care about the environment, by the way.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'll call you Green Fester from now on.
That's great.
I don't really care about the environment.
Let's see. Let's just highlight that for a second. Fester does not care about the environment.
I don't.
That's great.
But apparently you do.
Yeah, that's going to endear a lot of people to the show.
No, I care about me not having to wash a cup.
Yeah. What if you have a big, giant diesel fuel spill in your front yard? You got a problem with that?
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. Burn the trees. I don't care. I mean, I'm not an environmentalist.
Can we get some oil delivery company to overturn Infester's yard in Lutz and dump about 3,000 gallons of diesel right in Fester's front yard?
Just a river of sludge right down the street.
Right there.
Like, it's not so much that I care about the environment as much as, you know what, I can use this cup again and not have to wash
How
a cup.
about some xenon gas leaking into your house?
Fantastic.
How about some arsenic?
Listen,
in your water supply.
I don't care about the environment. I'm not a super environmentalist. I'm not like, oh, you need to recycle that, or you know.
How about a whole bunch of forever chemicals in your backyard where your kids play?
All right,
Okay.
great. Keep going.
Fester, I don't. Well,
He's just making a statement.
What did you say?
No, you're getting like crazier with these the dumb scenarios. I'm just telling you, I don't care about the environment. You're like, let's dump 3,000 gallons of diesel in your front yard.
Who says they don't care about the environment?
Most people don't care about the environment.
What is wrong with you?
I think I kind of agree with Fester that most people don't care because we still keep making trash and not really thinking about where it goes.
Most people don't.
Right.
I mean, people will say they do.
Right.
But if we're being honest and not jokey, like, let's light all the trees on fire.
Listen, I am not a crazy tree hugger, but I care about the environment.
Yeah.
I mean, I still want oil refineries in the United States. I want to build new oil refineries to refine crude to make more gasoline.
This is so stupid because I support oil refineries also.
Right.
But I don't care about a Polar Pop cup.
Right.
You know, I don't care about,
There's a vast difference.
Yeah, so I buy this cup. I'm like, I'm not going to throw it away after one use, like single use. Have you ever washed a plastic spoon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Same concept.
Yeah. Only because, like, I know later I can just take it and throw it away.
Right.
Hold on. Let me differentiate. Like a plastic spoon from like KFC or Wendy's or something. No, you chuck those. However, I have a large collection at the house of plastic spoons. You know the really good plastic spoons that you get?
I'm not talking about collector plastic spoons.
No, I'm not talking about a collector plastic spoon either.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to think. Where did I first start collecting those spoons? You know, the blue,
yes,
the
it
orange.
was a little ice cream shop that was down here in St. Pete that I used to go to with the kids.
Mendy's.
Yes.
Are they flat?
No.
Not quite flat, but just a
like
little.
flat with a dip?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we use those spoons also. We found them at an ice cream store.
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
And now we buy them off of eBay or Amazon.
Exactly. So
Oh, no, he just made us go buy the ice cream a lot and bring him home the spoons.
That's how it starts.
That's how it started.
So I've got a whole collection of like the yellow, the orange, the blue, the red, what green. They're the little the plastic spoons. They've got a flat handle.
Yeah.
And it's a much higher quality plastic spoon.
We just bought more because the fact is, even though I have them, I don't care about them. Daughter wants to take a yogurt to school. She brings a spoon. She loses it. The spoon never makes its way back to the house.
Sure, it's not like losing a metal spoon out of your collection. So I started collecting those because of my shave ice. And I've got a real Fujimarka Hawaiian shave ice machine. I order my flavors from Honolulu. I freeze my own blocks of ice, and I make the real deal Hawaiian shave ice. Not the snow cone crap or not the shave ice that they put ice cubes in and grind them up. I'm talking about the real block shaver. And I found years ago that I love those plastic spoons that ice cream stores or frozen yogurt places use. And I started collecting them, not throwing them out. And, even when Michelle would go to, like, I think to Mendy's, which I think Mendy's is still there. It's in a shopping plaza off of 4th Street here in St. Pete. Michelle would like grab a whole handful of them, like 15 at a time.
That's kind of how it started with us. We went to an I think like Racetrack had like an ice creamed area.
Right.
Oh,
and we never bought the ice cream, but the spoons were really unique. And then we realized we liked the spoons, and I went there one day and took all of them. And then they stopped giving out the spoons a couple of weeks later.
Oh.
But I had my 80 of them.
Fester would go behind the counter, take the whole case.
And I would ask him, do you have any more of these spoons? The guy's like, yeah, here you go. I'm like, hey, thank you.
All right, so wait a minute. We got to get back on track. I still have to get back to the Kimchi Commando over here, which you missed.
Apologies.
So that drink cup is from yesterday?
Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
This is from Tuesday.
Gotcha.
So yesterday was a refill. Today's a refill because it sat in my car.
Right.
I got a mug root beer zero sugar because, I'm watching my weight.
You got that out of the Circle K cooler?
I bought this At the grocery store.
So
Publix.
wait a minute. When was that?
A week ago. I mean, it's just in the fridge, and I'm like,
all right.
I have all these.
And then what's the other one? The big one?
This.
What is this?
Is coconut water with no pulp.
Okay, great.
You drink coconut water?
Occasionally.
Yeah. Why?
Like
Because
once.
he's on a health kick.
No.
Well, right. That's why I'm asking, because it's supposed to be really healthy. And
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. It just looks like just water.
All right. So
But anyway, I have coconut.
does it taste good?
Yeah.
Fester is
But you never
beverage.
had it?
Fester is beverage laden today for some reason.
I'm beverage heavy.
Yeah,
So,
you're
but
beverage heavy.
coconut water-
You're just heavy.
Very important. No pulp.
Right.
I don't like the
All
pulp.
right,
No
fantastic. All right. So before you walked in, I was calling Michelle the Kimchi Commando.
Ooh.
I like buying the bucket of kimchi at Costco.
Oh.
And because I love kimchi. I like cabbage. I like the fermented cabbage with the spices and everything. And Michelle opens up the fridge this morning. It's like, you've got to get rid of this kimchi. I'm throwing it away. It's making my fridge smell. Michelle, it's in a plastic.
Do I sound like that, Fester? You think when I'm yelling at him?
It's in a.
Is he imitating me properly the way we imitate him?
Wait, let's hear it again.
You got to throw this kimchi away. It's ruining everything in the fridge.
It's actually pretty close.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, that's really good. That's really good. I like that a lot.
Michelle, it's a sealed plastic container. What are you saying?
It's obviously not very
What is
sealed.
it? You think it's leaching out?
Yes.
Oh, great. All right. We got to do a big kimchi investigation. And to all of our Korean listeners, Michelle is the Kimchi Commando.
Mm.
All right. Let's get this party started. 6:11 at the MJ Morning Show. Just getting rolled. Oh, man, this is a story about a high school kid out in, well, he's like high school aged, but he skipped high school. There's a crazy story of a kid at his chemistry set, and there's a whole police investigation. This is nuts. All right, and then our early cannabis story. It's a Cannabis Thursday here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, hang on, just getting rolling. 6:12, back in a minute. MJ Morning Show. Don't move.
Good morning.
MJ Morning Show, MJ Fester, Michelle, and a California teenager who's so smart, he totally skipped high school. You know those stories, you hear them every once in a while? It's like, in college at like 13, doctor by 15.
Yeah, like a Doogie Howser type deal. Yeah.
Exactly. I was just about to say Doogie Howser. You know what? You bring back Doogie Howser, but it's his cousin Dookie Howser. And he's a doctor that craps himself. It's a doctor that has a bowel containment problem. He's got explosive diarrhea, and we call him Dookie Howser. What do you think?
He's the only one wearing a brown coat.
That's it.
These doctors, you mean last color you want to wear is white.
The white
Yeah,
lab
you don't
coat,
want to wear a white coat.
Yeah. So Dookie Howser. I think it's coming this fall to CBS. It's all right. So a California teenager is in the middle of a huge FBI terror probe. There's a big terror investigation. This is cray-cray. Am I going to be banned from saying cray-cray?
Go ahead.
This is a crazy story. So this is in Orange County, which is just south of Los Angeles, and this teenager's home science experiment, his home projects, which reminds me that I probably should have been arrested by the feds when I was a kid in my basement in Nanuet.
Yeah, right?
After I got a chemistry set from my parents because I was bugging them left and right. All right. So this teenager down in Orange County, California, he says it's all a misunderstanding. It's all a big mistake. Is that a Genesis song, Misunderstanding? Big mistake? All right. So he says he was just trying to find a cure for cancer.
At 17 or 18 or 16?
17.
Okay.
Melvin Fritz, 17 years old, said he was mixing water, rubbing alcohol, and chemicals commonly found in Epsom salts with nail polish remover in his home when the landlord discovered the experiments and panicked and contacted authorities. So the kid at 17 is already a University of California, Irvine biology student. He completely skipped high school. He wants to become a doctor and work on a cure for cancer. He lost his aunt to cancer in the last couple of years. He says, what my interest truly was in creating these molecules called cubanes. And we got the cubanes. They're just south of the Keys.
Like 90 miles, right?
One of my favorite sandwiches, the cubane sandwich. So C-U-B-A-N-E-S, cubanes, which have a three-dimensional structure which can be manipulated in a way to allow the molecules to bind directly and in an efficient way to better,
so this kid's making bombs in his garage.
No, it's not. It's not.
That's what the landlord thought.
That's what the landlord thought. So he says it's a personal deal for him because his aunt died of cancer a couple of years back.
So this kid's a prodigy.
Yeah. So the landlord calls the cops because he stumbles. I guess the landlord made a visit or something, and he stumbles upon the experiment, and he's got this whole table of like scientific-looking gear and beakers and Bunsen burners and all kinds of crap.
This kid has a pretty elaborate setup.
Yeah, the landlord stumbles in. The kid's got a whiteboard, and on the whiteboard, he's got all kinds of chemical formulas and all the elements and just you've seen it.
Yeah,
like something out of Good Will Hunting or something on the
exactly what I'm thinking
on the whiteboard, right? So he's got all this equipment. The landlord panics and says, "Oh my God, it's a bomb lab!" So the landlord calls the cops.
Dude, see something, say something. I get it.
The local cops bring in the FBI. My God, the FBI and hazmat crews rush to the house in an exclusive gated community, and they were there for 2 days. They rolled in on Monday night. They were there as late as Tuesday evening, like 2 freaking days. A specialized California National Guard unit has begun an investigation into alleged weapons of mass destruction. They joined at the FBI's request. This is all according to NBC4 Los Angeles. The family's attorney said Fritz was conducting experiments and said, hey, just look at his YouTube channel where he tries to teach people science. He's doing instructional chemistry videos. So the lawyer for the family says, we categorically deny the allegations that have been suggested, reject any implication that Fritz poses a threat in any way, shape, or form. That's Charles Ray, the attorney for the family.
Okay, what they did was they must have had a plumber or something come over. And the plumber saw it and told the landlord. And the landlord flipped out and called the police. And the police flipped out and called the FBI.
And then the FBI flipped out and they called the National Guard.
Yeah, okay, so they think they have like a homegrown terrorist.
The National Guard flipped out, and then who'd they call?
SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, there you go. So the lawyer is saying there's no credible evidence to support the narrative that has begun to circulate that this guy was a little 17-year-old terror kid building bombs in his garage.
I mean, if you saw a couple of episodes of, like, Breaking Bad, you don't know if this guy's cooking meth. You don't know if this guy's making a bomb. You don't know what this guy's doing.
Right.
And if it looks, you don't normally walk into people's house, even with smart kids, and they have a whole laboratory setup in their garage. But this kid does.
I don't. Wouldn't you just whisper?
He said laboratory.
I know. I don't like people that say laboratory.
Oh,
It was just funny the way he said it.
I like to use the word laboratory when people tell me how much research they're doing on a subject.
That's douchey.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, people are like, oh, I've been researching the situation with Iran. Oh, you've been researching it. Oh, in your laboratory? Oh.
And how do they respond to that?
I don't like laboratory. Anyway,
Schmuck.
Like that?
Yeah.
Fritz says that he was using protective equipment, does not believe he was doing anything dangerous. Experts say the experiments of that nature should only be performed in laboratories.
Do we have any audio of the kid?
Not laboratories. Yeah, the FBI is continuing to investigate. No charges have been filed in the case yet from Mr. Dookie Howser, California genius boy over here.
He's probably smarter than your lawyers, too, dude. I wouldn't file charges against this kid.
Kid completely skipped high school. Went from like 7th grade to college. Skipped like 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. God.
This kid might cure cancer, but he's not right.
What do you mean? What? Because he had a laboratory?
No, because...
Igor, come down to the laboratory. Oh.
Yes, boss. I have your brain. No, I mean, skipping high school.
It's normal.
Skipping high school, skipping ritual benchmarks in life, and then trying to function.
So you think he's a weirdo kid that just like did not become accustomed or acclimated to normal, development, right?
This kid couldn't go to high school for like 1 hour a day.
And just do most of the stuff within the 1 hour.
Yeah,
He's so brilliant.
Just show up for lunch.
This kid could probably figure out more by 8:30 in the morning than the rest of the class does the whole day.
Anyway, so he says he's not a bomb maker. He's not a terrorist. So this has turned into a whole giant kerfuffle. I've got one more item here, man. There was an explosion that was felt in 3 states. I'm gonna put this into Morons in the news. All right. So nothing blew up in this kid's garage, Mr. Dookie Howser genius boy here. But guess where something did get all blowed up? New Jersey. The cannabis oils?
Yeah.
Factory producing CBD? Kablam.
Ugh.
Yeah, felt apparently in 3 states. All right, hold on. We'll get to that and additional morons in the news. Morons next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. International Diamond Center makes getting the ring of her dreams easier than ever. So here's the deal. Not this weekend, but next weekend, March 13th, 14th, and 15th. International Diamond Center, IDC's annual Tacori and Viraggio Bridal Weekend is on. The world's most renowned ring designers, Viraggio and Tacori, they're going to be here in town, International Diamond Center. They're going to be setting the stage with the most amazing settings for her ring. hundreds of new trending styles, amazing rings. And for the event, you'll get special incentives of these exquisite Tacori and Veragio rings. Save up to $4,500 when you buy an engagement ring and wedding band. So you buy the combo or take advantage of 36 months zero-interest financing. And all new this year, if you're looking for a lab-grown diamond, IDC's got you covered. In fact, if you buy any Tacori or Veragio setting, IDC will give you a lab-grown diamond free up to 5 carats. This is amazing. This awesome event is going to happen March 13th, 14th, and 15th. International Diamond Center, IDC, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. And tell them that MJ sent you. You go out to your garage door, you push the button to leave for work or take the kids to school, and yeah, maybe it doesn't make that sound. I think it sounds more like this. Yeah, I think that's what it sounds like. So that what the heck is that? What, I don't even know where that sound is coming from. What?
It sounds feeding through something else.
What was that? Oh, hold on. Andrew's playing something in my ear that I think only we heard. It didn't go over the air.
At the same time?
Yeah, I was trying to play a sound, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I just kind of went with it. That is the sound that an actual spring makes when it breaks in your garage. All right, if that happens, if you have any garage door problem, folks, you call Banco. Banco is the best. You want a new state-of-the-art garage door opener that you can fully control with your cell phone and an app anywhere in the world? You want a garage door opener where you can see video of whether you left the door open, or you want to see people coming and going? You want one of those top-of-the-line LiftMasters from Banco. Oh, and the big garage door Clopay event is on for another 10 days or so. Change the look of your house. Get a Clopay Premium Series insulated garage door, and the windows are free. Free upgrade now through March 14th. Increase the curb appeal of your house. It's BancoDoors.com. Best garage door company around, folks. Anything garage door related, don't bother with anyone else other than Banco. BancoDoors.com. Mention me, MJ. Score a 10% discount. BancoDoors.com. Hey, Fester, anything new on the Kemp Law case with your wife and the Uber smashing into her? Anything develop in the last week or so since I last asked you?
You know what? It's you don't appreciate how long the process is and how much work and detail goes into a case like this until you're in the thick of it. Mm-hmm. But no, they're doing everything they can.
You're in the thick of it.
I'm in the thick of it. I'm in the thick of everything.
Any schedule now? Shorty Shane, friend of the MJ Morning Show. Shorty Shane's case settled quickly.
Yeah.
He was rear-ended.
But not all of them do.
And then crashed into another car in front of him, so he had it coming and going, and he was thrilled. Kemp Law Group got him a great settlement and done deal. Your wife's case a little more complicated because the Uber driver fled the country, apparently, that smashed into your wife in downtown Tampa.
Because they need statements from him, and that's slowing down the whole process.
Anyway, listen. Accident, or you know what? They're not going to find him.
That's what's going to happen.
That dude's in Iran right now.
We know this.
Yeah, he went back to Iran just in time.
My counsel knows this already.
All right, so your case is, and Kemp knows this, the case is against Uber.
Yeah.
All right, big settlement coming. If you're in an accident, folks, you call Kemp Law. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law, KempLaw.com, and tell them MJ sent you. Traffic's on. Morons in the news next. MJ Morning Show. Stand by.
Good morning. Traffic is
You know who likes this? I'll tell you.
Barbara Streisand.
Yep.
Big fan.
Yeah, Barbara Streisand, big fan
She
of
listens every morning.
Oh, yeah, big Morons of the News. All right, so this is the sound that it made. Listen to this. That was caught by like a Ring doorbell camera. Yeah, inside somebody's house. That was not even like the external Ring doorbell. That was some kind of a Ring internal camera. My God, Morons in the News, folks. Somebody did something wrong because a cannabis oil processing plant exploded in New Jersey. You know what I'm thinking? Somebody was high.
You know,
Somebody was high. One of the workers was high, did something wrong, mixed the wrong stuff.
I mean, there's all these fumes around there all day.
You know what? They need to get that 17-year-old kid from California with the lab in his garage that sparked the big alert out there. Get him on the case.
You don't see his house blowing up.
Exactly. His house didn't sound like this. All right, so this was felt in 3 states, apparently. A massive explosion rocked a New Jersey town yesterday afternoon. 4 people sent to the hospital. Locals were told to shelter in place until further notice. Smoke filled the area. I think a lot of people got high. This is New Jersey, Gloucester County. Building explosion. Request for residents and businesses within 2 miles to shelter in place. Yeah, dispatch call said that there was a partial building collapse, burn victims. At least 4 individuals were taken to local hospitals. Local hospitals confirmed the explosion took place at the Savita Naturals plant. The family-owned specialty oil extraction company focused on cannabis.
Yeah.
If you go to Google right now, the business is listed as temporarily closed. Yeah, because the place blew up and it sounded like this. My God. Yeah, so Savita Naturals says on their website that it uses propane solvent extraction methods to extract oil, which is highly flammable and combustible. So people thought it was an earthquake. Several social media users claimed to feel that their houses shook after the explosion. This was felt in Jersey, in Pennsylvania.
It's like right across the border from Pennsylvania.
And I think also Delaware.
Northern Delaware got a little shaky.
So, I mean, a 3-state explosion happened in southern Jersey. People in Pennsylvania and in Delaware also felt the explosion. They claimed that it rocked their house. Well, listen to this. Somebody on X said they work in a business across the border in Pennsylvania, and ceiling tiles fell out of the ceiling in their office. What the hell?
I mean, Same thing would happen here if we had a pretty big explosion not too far away.
House was shaking. I thought earthquake. About 45 seconds later, I heard the explosion about 25 miles away. What the hell? I'm in New Jersey and an effing bomb just hit us. Oh, my God. That's somebody else wrote that on X, formerly Twitter.
So this had nothing to do with the fact that it was a cannabis factory?
Well, they use propane.
It's the propane use that exploded.
Must be, or maybe it was a combo platter. I don't know. I'm not a chemist.
I mean, I wouldn't be totally opposed to a big cloud of weed smoke. Just
no.
lowering on the town.
A cloud of weed smoke,
just
really?
Coming in.
To bring a calm over the whole town. First,
everybody's like, hey, man.
You got to get past the initial explosion.
Yeah.
But then it's a mellow calm.
Like a mushroom cloud of pot smoke.
And then everyone gets hungry and gets the munchies.
Suddenly the lines at Domino's Pizzas wrapped around the block.
And then people test positive and they lose their job during a random drug screening.
Last thing I'm worried about is my job. Sitting here all high as a kite.
My God. Morons in the news. Something went wrong. Business is temporarily closed. So if you buy products from this Savita Naturals, I think they're going to be out of. Am I boring you? You're yawning over here.
It's early. I yawn all the time.
All right.
I mean, two things can be true. I mean, kind of boring me, but I'm also tired.
Additional morons. Oh, this is great. Yeah. Here's a woman arrested for allegedly serving alcohol to young children at a birthday party out in Utah. Utah, you think of the Mormons, and there's you got the dry parts of Utah, right? A Tool, Utah woman arrested, allegedly served alcohol to numerous kids at a birthday party last Saturday, including an 11-year-old boy found passed out with a bottle of liquor.
Oh, my gosh.
So an 11-year-old clutching a bottle of liquor.
Give me my bottle.
All passed out on the floor. Christina Lynn So, that's TSO. Guess what? Relative of General Tso of General Tso's chicken fame.
Fine military history in that family.
Oh, absolutely.
And delicious.
You ever done the history on General Tso or General Tsao and the whole chicken deal and how this Chinese general came up with the chicken recipe to feed his troops?
He was the hero of the Ming Dynasty.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's what I don't think there ever was a General Tso. I think it's completely made up. So this woman, Christina Lynn So, TSO, 40 years old, faces 6 counts of providing alcohol to minors, along with 1 count of child abuse and 1 count of aggravated child abuse. According to the court documents, a parent whose child attended a party on February 28th called the Tool police and shared that when she picked up her 13-year-old, she smelled of alcohol and stated that she was drunk. Hello, 911. I just picked up a kid at a birthday party. She's 13 and she's hammered. She's drunk.
That's right.
She's slurring her speech. She can't walk a straight line. My God. So the parent told the cops she believed that there were more underage kids that may have been drinking at the party. When an officer responded to the house, a 13-year-old girl was seen staggering after getting up off the floor and reeked of alcohol. Police secured a search warrant, got into the house where General Tso's daughter became very uncooperative, had to be forced into handcuffs. Between 15 and 20 minors were tested for alcohol. 6 of them tested positive. One of the children was 11 and was found passed out in the basement with a bottle of liquor next to him. What the hell?
Sounds like a hell of a party.
During the interviews with police, it was learned that So had allegedly provided the alcohol to minors and encouraged all of them to drink up good.
So?
What the hell? My God, she's in trouble. Hey, if you don't like the license plate readers in your town, what do?
Are they like mounted somewhere? Or
Yeah, they're the mounted license plate readers.
You smash them with with an axe?
Well, essentially, a guy did that.
That's right.
But guess what? He was caught on the license plate reader doing the vandalism.
Well, the license plate reader is a camera. It would catch you.
Oh, thanks for that. I appreciate it.
I'm putting it together now. It's not the perfect crime.
Out of Waterford Township, Michigan, A man arrested.
You have to sneak up on it.
Accused of damaging license plate readers. Now facing charges after one of the readers he allegedly damaged led to his capture. Yeah, Spencer Anderson, 24, of Clarkston, facing 3 felony charges of malicious destruction of police property. They're also going to seek restitution. Well, that's an obvious. On February 23rd, police said officers learned that several license plate readers, which record images of the license plates that pass them, were offline. When officers inspected the readers, they found that they were broken off of their mounts and smashed to smithereens.
Oh, so this guy did it all.
Oh, God.
He did it all Nancy Guthrie abductor style. Just ripped it off its mount and smashed it.
Police said that one of those readers managed to catch an image of the vehicle being driven by the suspect. So the license plate reader caught the license plate of the guy that smashed the license plate readers.
So it still worked.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. So that assisted the cops, led to this guy, Spencer Anderson. The cop said, hey, Spencer's entitled to his opinion on the license plate reader and these technological advancements. However,
but
he's not entitled to maliciously destroy the property of another, including that of the Waterford Police Department.
Sounds like a good point, officer.
Very, very good point, Officer Friendly. What a doofus. I remember, and they finally caught the individual. This was when we were up in New York, and I was doing a morning show up in the city. And there was a problem. It was somewhere out on Long Island, and somebody kept smashing the red light cameras.
Oh.
Yeah. There were red light cameras. Some place out on Long Island, to catch the red light runners. And somebody kept, using a hacksaw and cutting down the aluminum pole that held the red light camera up in the air. And someone was hacksaw the things, and they were sawed in half and lying on the ground. And I can't remember if they finally found the individual, but they really didn't like those red light cameras either out there. What are you searching for, Fester?
New York man says he's proud that he tampered with red light cameras.
Yeah, what was it, 2017 or something? 2015. August 2015. Yeah, where was it? We're on Long Island.
Long Island man.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
He tampered with several red light cameras.
Yeah, he was sawing the damn poles down.
He knew he'd be arrested after posting videos of his actions online, declaring it was done to protect what he called government abuse.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right. Morons in the news on the MJ Morning Show. And I have additional morons that I just didn't get to, so I might even do additional morons coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show. Stand by, 7 o'clock hour. We're packed. We're loaded. All starts next. Our friends at Genesis of Tampa have a great relationship with Gray Bull Rescue. And if you missed it yesterday, we called Brian Stern, called him live, called him hot, and he was actually on a bus with evacuees, and he was getting folks from the Tampa Bay area, from a church group, getting them evacuated out of Israel through Jordan. The point I'm trying to make here is that Genesis of Tampa has a great relationship, and the March theme at Genesis of Tampa is to help Gray Bull Rescue with Appreciation Month. A portion of all vehicles purchased throughout the month will go to Gray Bull Rescue, this veteran-owned 501c3 nonprofit rescuing Americans all across the world. And now they're helping to evacuate locals, a couple of church groups out of the Middle East that can't get out. So buy a new Genesis, lease a new Genesis, and they'll make a donation to Gray Bull Rescue on your behalf. You're looking for Genesis, folks? New Genesis dealer, Genesis of Tampa. It's at 275 in Bears, GenesisTampa.com, and tell them that MJ sent you. So I've got a great offer to present to you from our friends at Zero Res. Now, if your carpets are dirty, what do? You get a hold of Zero Res. What does Zero Res mean? Zero Res means zero residue. The deal is that the other carpet cleaning companies, they use heavy chemicals, soap, shampoos to clean carpet, leaves a residue. The residue attracts dirt faster, not to mention, who knows what's in that stuff. And it does smell up your house for quite a while. Zero Res uses ZR water, and it's a patented process. They don't leave a residue. It's an electrolyzed water, gets your carpets cleaner, and your carpets stay cleaner longer. And right now, here's the offer. For the month of March, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109. Mention me, MJ. They'll do a whole hallway for free. 3 rooms and a hallway free, $109. ZeroResTampaBay.com. ZeroResTampaBay.com. Tell them MJ sent you. Your home has a lot of components. The components in your home include your fridge. Not talking about that. Your hot water heater. Nope, not talking about that. Windows and doors. Oh, bingo. Talking about your windows and doors. WeatherTight Mike is your replacement window company with tons of experience, the best installation around, and a quality window and door product like PGT Custom Windows and Doors. So it goes without saying, when you need window and door replacements, you need WeatherTight Mike and WeatherTightWindows.com. Just doesn't get better than WeatherTight Mike. You can have a great window and door product, and if you hire a janky company that doesn't know how to install, you're hosed. You get the best of both worlds with WeatherTight Mike. People love them. The reviews are fantastic. I get feedback from people all the time. Thanks for turning us on to WeatherTight Mike. WeatherTightWindows.com. Don't forget the cookies. And tell them that MJ sent you. Traffic's on. MJ Morning Show back in just a minute. Hang on.
A couple of
Thursday. MJ Fester and Michelle. Let me pick up with just a couple of additional morons, which, I would have done these stories like outside of Morons in the News, but a little bonus round here.
All right.
We've got a dude accused of slipping a tracking device on a woman's car here in Florida. And, this brings up a concern. I mean, should you sweep your car for tracking devices periodically?
How? Who does that?
Well, you get one of those like mechanic roll boards and you
get underneath,
roll under the car.
Somebody puts the tracker on your car. You have no idea.
Yeah, man. Guys accused of slipping a tracking device onto a woman's car. This happened up in the Villages. Kevin House, 91 years old of Wildwood. No, I'm kidding. He's 54. He's
91-year-old.
What do you think of the Villages?
Good for him.
Kevin House of Wildwood, Florida, just up the road, arrested early this week on charges of stalking and installing a tracking device without consent. Hey, excuse me, ma'am, can I put a tracking device on your car? Oh, sure. Sure. Oh, by the way, Kevin House is not the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Is that the most obscure player I've ever heard of? I didn't even know there was a player named Kevin House.
Yeah, Andrew wants everyone to know that.
Thank you for that very important piece of information.
So House, this guy Kevin, went to a meeting which was prearranged with this woman this past week at a Barnes & Noble, according to the arrest report from the Sumter County Sheriff's Office.
Dude, I was in a Barnes & Noble the other week, and I saw a couple like on a first date there because they have the little cafe.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
She told deputies that Michelle was going to go to a Barnes & Noble, but then found that the price was way too high. Michelle was trying to support brick and mortar. Oh, you know what? That's an important point. I want to tell that story in just a second.
Okay.
Just hang on a minute. Speaking of Barnes & Noble. So this woman tells deputy that they met. They met online, or there was a prearranged meeting. She told deputies that his behavior was erratic, and I guess they were having ongoing verbal altercations. Somehow they met, and I guess they had met prior.
Was it a date?
They meet at the Barnes & Noble parking lot, all right? And according to the arrest report and the portions that were redacted, they didn't disclose the nature of the relationship between House and the woman. However, the report said that House has been exhibiting a controlling nature recently. The woman then filed for a protective order against him.
Oh.
She then later discovered that he had put an Apple AirTag in her vehicle to track her without her knowledge. Yeah, during the meeting, he Apple AirTagged her. And Apple AirTagged her. He was tracked down a few days later, taken into custody, booked it to the Sumter County Detention Center, posted a $6,000 bond, and then he was released. But again, that is a crime. If you track somebody without their knowledge, you can get bustulated on that.
Can they tell who the Apple AirTag owner is? Or what phone it's linked up to?
If it's registered, that's a good question.
I mean, I'm sure they can.
I'm not an expert on Apple AirTag technology. I don't have any. Do the kids still have AirTags, Michelle?
I think Julian might.
Yeah, I think
'Cause
Julian.
he likes to keep track of his stuff.
Yeah. Did we once have AirTags in like the kids' book bags or something? Or
He did.
he did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, if you leave your backpack
Right.
somewhere, you can at
Right.
least try to track it down, hopefully get it back.
All right, I'm going to tell a story here quickly, but also, so I mean, I think folks, maybe you need to check your vehicle for AirTags. Check, your personal property. Is somebody tracking you? Or, in the movies and TV, the tracking device is not like a little Apple AirTag. It's always like some little black box with a red light on it and a little wire sticking out, and it's got like a magnetic deal, like a hide key. And it's always up in the wheel well.
Yeah, look
or
for
underneath
the red
back,
lights.
underneath the back bumper.
Look for something illuminating around the bottom of your car at night.
And potentially making a noise like that. Yeah, if that noise is coming out, it could be a tracking device.
It's the worst tracking device ever.
You can get a bug detector. I looked it up.
A what?
A K18 bug detector.
Yeah, we talked about this a
Because
little.
you were asking.
Yeah.
An RF radio frequency signal detector is a specialized GPS tracker detector.
Hey, by the way,
getting one.
Okay, order it up. I'm sure it works great. What is it, $15 on Amazon?
$20 at Walmart.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so phones are ringing. Andrew's answering calls right now, so I don't know if we're getting calls on tracking devices, but Andrew is screening calls. People are calling in. I don't know if you get any question, 800-990-1047, or if you got something to say. Have you been tracked? Have you been bugged? Anyone been tracked and bugged unbeknownst to them? 800-990-1047. I'll take some calls.
There are people being tracked right now that have no idea.
Oh, yeah. If you're driving to work right now, has somebody put a tracking device on or in your car? Making all kinds of people paranoid today.
Yeah. Every person you've ever had like a awkward exchange with could be tracking you.
All right, so in the last story, on the tracking device story, there was a, oh, hang on a minute. I'll grab the call in a second. Tell them to hold on. Let me just get this out of the way. So in the story, the woman who had known this guy, I guess there were some prior interactions or dating, whatever, and puts the tracking device. They were meeting at a Barnes & Noble. And I said, you know what? Speaking of Barnes & Noble, Fester, you said you were at a Barnes & Noble recently,
I was
right?
at the one, I think there's a new one in Carrollwood, and I was in that one, and they would have a little cafe in there.
Right.
And I saw a couple there, and they're like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. I'm so-and-so. And it was like a prearranged date or a meetup.
Listen to this. So, Michelle, we're always looking to support brick and mortar when we can, instead of, just doing the lazy thing and just clicking on your Amazon app. So, the Barnes & Noble in South Tampa used to be right near Kennedy and Dale Mabry. It's now the Aldi. So they put that new Aldi in. That used to be the Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble moved to West Shore in Kennedy, in like the Petco and the Panera shopping center. And, that's where I get my hair cut at Great Clips.
It used to be a Pier 1 Import.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Pier 1 Imports.
Where all of my Mother's Day gifts came from.
Yeah, the kids, every Mother's Day, I would take the kids to Pier 1 Imports, and they would buy Michelle some useless knick-knack.
A little basket tchotchke.
Pillows.
Yeah.
A little green turtle.
Whatever.
Perfect.
Some like garden gnome. Just ridiculous crap. So Michelle recently, in the last week, wanted to support the Barnes & Noble and go buy a book. Actually walking in and buying a book at a bookstore. What a novel concept. So Michelle's like, hey, going to Barnes & Noble. And then, what, you check the price online? Or what happened?
Yes, well, because you said, oh, did you check the price on Amazon? And I was like, well, normally books are within a couple of dollars. I wasn't really concerned about it. I wanted to get the book because it was a novella, which means it's a short book.
Right.
And it's only like 117 pages.
All right, so hold on. The book is the novella, which the Academy Award nominated movie Train Dreams is based on, which I highly recommend.
Oh.
Michelle, it's on Netflix, by the way. So Train Dreams is an Academy Award nominated. Academy Awards are coming up like in a week or so.
Can't wait.
And the movie is fantastic.
Okay.
Train Dreams is on Netflix.
Not for you, Fester.
But Michelle wanted to buy the little novella, which the movie is based on. Michelle, take it from here.
So I said, oh, you know what? I looked it up. It's available at the Barnes & Noble near us. You know what? I'll walk up and I'll buy it. It's short. I'll be able to read most of it today. Maybe, finish it the next day, whatever. And as I was getting ready to do that, I saw that they had it in stock for $17. And you said, did you check the price on Amazon? I was like, it's usually a couple of dollars difference. No, I'm not worried about it. But I did it anyway. And it was a significant difference. On Amazon, it was like $10.71. And at the Barnes & Noble, it would be $17.
Holy crap.
For a really short
Holy
short
crapatola Khomeini.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So then I was like, and I could get it delivered like the next day. So then I thought,
for $7, I'll wait a day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read it today anyway.
Right.
$7. That's a big difference. And listen, the inclination was to go to brick and mortar and go to an actual store into Barnes & Noble, but $7 cheaper and it's delivered to my door from Amazon? I'm looking for reasons not to make Jeff Bezos' bald head richer.
I know.
I use Barnes & Noble as an Amazon showroom. I see the book. If I want the book, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this on Amazon. And I don't even tell the guy. Do they price match Amazon prices?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Like I walk up to Barnes and like if you go to, I remember I bought something at Target. No, Best Buy. I bought it at Best Buy.
Right.
And I found the same microphone online for like $80 less. And I showed the guy, and I'm like, hey, I want to buy this microphone. I'm going to buy this one right here if it's the same. He's like, all right, no problem. We'll match the price.
Yeah. So some places will price match. Sometimes there's a caveat that if it's on Amazon, it has to say sold and shipped by Amazon instead of like a third-party vendor. I've run into that before, and I think it might have been Best Buy where they price matched.
Okay.
And it just had to say sold and shipped by Amazon and not like some other company or even fulfilled by Amazon. It had to be like both or something.
Because I'll buy it right in front of the manager.
Right.
I'll be like, okay, manager, I'm buying it right here.
What are you?
Here.
What are you? An obnoxious turd?
Are you sure you don't want to match the price?
You're holding up your phone for buy now on Amazon?
I'll buy it right.
I'm about to click. I'm about to click.
I'm probably not going to use.
I'm a big dick. I'm gonna click.
I'll be the click dick. I mean, listen, I will be.
You're the click dick.
I want you to match the price with the lowest online price. But I mean, I don't know the answer to Barnes and Noble or what's the other? Is there another bookstore?
Books a Million.
Is there a Books a Million around here?
There used to be, I think, years ago.
I mean, is Borders still open?
Walden Books.
Borders are still open, aren't they?
Yeah. Walden Books at the mall. Yeah.
Walden
Books are there. Oh, man. Bookstores, man. What's going on? What's happening? Anyway, so if there's a district manager listening for Barnes & Noble, we were going to the store. Michelle was going to go buy the Train Dreams novella, but then saw it was $7 cheaper on Amazon. Can't do that. That can't happen.
Price matching Amazon has to be like something that's unspoken, right? They can't like advertise that. Hey, we'll match Amazon.
I thought they used to. I thought they used to say like we'll match online pricing.
What's your barometer for buying the book and not buying the book? I mean, $7 is a lot of money percentage-wise.
You're saying what is the threshold? Like, how much more would you pay?
If Amazon had it for $15 and Barnes & Noble has it for $17, is that like no big deal? Just get it now.
Right, no big deal because it was a nice walk. I was making more of the excursion than just buying the book. But it happened to be a novella, so it's only like 117 pages, and it's a little small paperback. And I was like, I'm not even probably going to keep it after I read it. Right?
Michelle finished the whole book on our flight back from Hartford on Monday afternoon, Monday evening. Is it done? It's over?
No, I think I have like 10 pages left.
Okay, almost finished the whole thing.
My problem is that when I get towards the end of a good book, then I start to slow down because I'm kind of savoring it. I don't want it to end.
What, like you're savoring it like a steak?
Yeah, it's a good book, so I'm kind of like read a few.
I'm savoring the.
There's other books out
You know what?
These pages.
You're such a non-literature person. That's your problem. You just don't like books.
Michelle,
you're anti-books.
Michelle chastised me. This came up a couple of days ago. Michelle chastised me because I've never read anything from Ernest Hemingway.
Oh.
And Michelle's like,
no.
You are a buffoon, or what would you?
No.
What do you call me?
I asked you if you read anything by Ernest Hemingway because this book is apparently written like in the same style, I guess, as Ernest. And to be honest, I've never read anything by Ernest Hemingway. At least I don't think I have.
Oh, and you're chastising me for being uncultured?
No. That's not what
literary dope?
That's not what I said. See how you just so misunderstand and misinterpret things. I said to you,
I misunderstand and misinterpret things after 30 plus years of marriage.
And you repeat things very loudly.
I asked you if you've ever read anything by Ernest Hemingway because I was curious if you had, since I didn't think I had, and this book was written in that style. And you said, no, I don't think I have. And I said, okay. And then I must ask you something else about what you read. And you were like, no. And I said, so basically you never read like a
The
classic,
Old Man and the Sea.
Yeah, right. That's the first book I thought of when you said Ernest Hemingway.
You've never read anything of like what we consider to be like a classic or literature value unless it was required in school. And you were like,
Canterbury Tales.
Yeah, you're right. About the guy who couldn't pick stuff up because he had no arms.
I don't know.
A Farewell to Arms, and he had like no arms, and he's like he had to pick stuff up with his toes. You ever see those people? They're amazing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I have seen those people.
The Old Man of the Sea.
That's the only thing you know.
All right, he has a book called A Farewell to Arms. I don't think it's about an armless man, though. Although that would be hysterical.
Anyway,
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
That one.
Yeah.
You've never read anything outside of like what was required for school or a Blues Brothers book or a gangster book, or what was your favorite one? You used to make me read Clive Cussler. Ooh, you know.
Okay, I outgrew that phase in my in my mid-20s. Okay.
Yeah. No.
All right.
So yeah. Anyway,
I got to show a picture here. Oh, hang on, let me grab a call. I guess this is going back to the AirTag thing and the tracking. Emery, MJ Morning Show. I think is this the regular caller, Emery?
Emery, what's up?
No, this is. Hey, the AirTag thing. If you come and put an AirTag in my car and I don't know about it, once I start driving my car, I'll get a message from Apple telling me that there's an AirTag riding with me.
oh,
Yeah, so if you have an Apple, you're right. If you have an Apple phone,
Really?
it'll know if an Apple AirTag is in your vicinity.
oh,
Wow.
interesting.
See,
So, like
My
Michelle.
only problem is I have one in my boat. I'm like, okay, if somebody comes and manages to steal my boat, are they going to get a message saying they have an AirTag riding with them, and they're going to go
Yes.
take oh, man,
I've got one on my
that's
butt.
an issue.
You got one in your boat. I got one on my butt.
yeah, between your butt and his
All right,
boat.
So, Emery, Michelle, and I, we're up the creek, man, because we're Android users. We're Pixel 10 XL Pro users, and it wouldn't detect. So if somebody AirTagged me, I wouldn't know. However, the kids, when they're home, I guess the kids have iPhones. So you're telling me if there's an AirTag, do you have to turn a feature on, or the phone will just like pop up a message that there's an AirTag?
No.
Explain exactly how it works.
Because I put it in my girlfriend's car by accident one time, and I forgot about it, and we're both driving down the road, and she was like, and she looked at her phone, she was like, is that AirTag in my car? And I was like, why? I was like, I forgot where I put it. I thought it was in the drawer in the house.
Oh, Fester just brought up a screen here, and it looks like a message pop up, and AirTag found moving with you. The owner can look up its location, tap to open, find my for available actions. Does that sound right?
Here, it says, here's the snapshot of the screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But here it says AirTag found moving with you.
I just said that. Yeah. Is that it, Emery? Is that what happens?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right.
But like I said, I don't know how it works, but I wonder,
you were alerted, or your girlfriend was alerted. Okay, I got you. Hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, before I take the break, if you get arrested and you go to a police station, got to have your mugshot taken, or you're at the jail and mugshot is taken, do they allow you to appear like you're armless by putting your arms inside your? If you're watching MJTV, I guess this is like Farewell to Arms, like Ernest Hemingway.
It all ties together.
It all ties together. Are you allowed to do this? All right, if you're watching MJTV, I put my arms inside my shirt so it looks like I'm armless.
Is it a male or a female?
It's a male. All right, so I got to show you the picture of this dude. Why would they allow him to take a mugshot like this? I'm holding this up to MJTV, so a bonus for MJTV viewers right now.
All right, so if he were like cold
Andrew,
or
do you have
something,
this on screen?
I can picture him crossing his arms like that. I think they just want to take your mugshot.
The hell?
I mean, listen, they'll
a man was sentenced to 4 years in prison after stealing $1,000 worth of Pokemon cards. The incident happened last April. They responded to reports of a gas station theft. A guy was arrested, stole $1,000 worth of cards, and then I'm looking at this guy's mugshot, and his arms are like inside his shirt. Why wouldn't the person that took the mugshot say, "Get your freaking arms outside of the shirt"? Doesn't make any sense.
They're not taking pictures of the arms.
And folks, if you don't know, we're on MJTV every morning. So even if you're listening in your car now, if you're on your way to school or on your way to work, later on, go back, do a little search. Go to mjmorningshow.com and you'll see the little button for MJTV. You can click on that. You can watch us live, or just do a YouTube search for MJ Morning Show, MJTV Live, and you can watch us on YouTube, the whole show, live every morning. Or you can go back and review the show later on. Watch us in the afternoon. Watch us at night. Boss is away at work. Just put us on the computer at work, and you can watch the show and see what we all look like and how the show operates. MJTV, live every single morning here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, 7:22. When we get back, loaded, including a new type of divorce. It's weird. I've got like 2 divorce stories. I've got divorce story number 1, and then at 7:45, Divorce story number 2. You got to hear both these stories are very interesting. Oh, Fester, I've got to ask you a question. I want to know what the status is on something. Spring break, people are getting hosed. Why are people getting hosed on spring break? We'll get into that coming up. Latest on Savannah Guthrie. There's more. This is a lot of crap. Folks, an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ rolls next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Now, my good friends over at Plan B Air Conditioning want you to know they have ceased operations. Plan B Air Conditioning is done. Over. Kaput. Plan B Air Conditioning is now Air Rescue. Yep, same great people, same great ownership, but they've just rolled Plan B into Air Rescue, which has been around for many, many years. Air Rescue has been around for over 70 years in the Tampa Bay area. So same owners, Plan B is now Air Rescue. Everything else about the operation remains the same. Highly trained, background-checked individuals. This is a company that's not going to hose you around. They're not going to, prey upon the fact that a lot of people don't know what the hell's going on with air conditioning or heating, and they can say whatever they want. Whatever part they say is broken, you got to trust them. And guess what? You can trust Air Rescue. Don't get taken advantage of. Mention me, MJ, get 10% off. If they don't show up when they say they're going to be there, you don't pay the diagnostic fee. Simple as that. AirRescue.com for any air conditioning issues, folks. AirRescue.com. Tell them that MJ sent you. Veterans Ford wants you to know that Truck Month continues. Fester is a recent Veterans Ford graduate. That's right. You graduated because you're driving a brand new F-150. You got in on the remaining 2025's deal, Fester, and you ended up with one heck of a deal. So with Truck Month, you can get 4.9% financing for up to 84 months. What? Yeah. Or there's another deal with these F-150s, $3,000 cash back. I got a DM last night, got a direct message from a listener. What was his name? I think it was Andrew. Yeah, Andrew DM'd me last night. Hey, MJ, I'm really unhappy with my current Ford dealer and their service department. They suck. Can you set me up with Veterans Ford? I texted Lorenzo, the general manager and managing partner at Veterans Ford. I texted him last night at 10 o'clock. I said, hey, I got a listener having trouble with his Ford dealer. He said, send them over. So he said, give me the number. So Veterans Ford's going to call the listener this morning to set up an appointment. They're the best. Veterans Ford, Linebaugh, and the Veterans Expressway, and tell them that MJ sent you. Simple as that. Hey, you want to sell your home hassle-free? You want to dispose of the showings, the open houses, having to, vacate the place for 5 hours, make sure it's all clutter-free. Yeah, do away with that. MJ from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go ahead and sell your home hassle-free with a strong all-cash offer. In fact, Mark Spain Real Estate sells over 4 homes every hour, making them the most experienced real estate team in the United States. You can trust them to sell your home hassle-free with minimum interruption and maximum value. Ryan says Mark Spain Real Estate exceeded our expectations by helping us achieve significantly over our asking price. We received much more than we ever anticipated. We can't recommend Mark Spain Real Estate enough. When it comes time to sell your home, folks, Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Traffic's on 726 MJ Morning Show. Back in a minute.
In Tampa.
I sent you some, Fester, I sent you something via text. So I sent Fester something in a text last night, and you did not respond.
I saw it.
And you did not respond. Folks, I've got amazing news. It is set to launch. Stand by for launch. And for Fester, he thinks I said stand by for lunch.
I
No.
can go for lunch right now.
Stand by for launch.
Who delivers sandwiches this time of day?
I'll explain. Jimmy John's. I don't know.
Could we?
I'll explain in just a matter of moments. Welcome, folks, to over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We do it every morning around this time. 1 hour and 20 minutes plus of nonstop MJ begins right now. Oh, so I saw an item. Airlines are preparing for record-breaking spring break travel, right? Probably not to the Middle East right now. But airlines are preparing for record-breaking spring break travel. And Michelle, can you tell me why we waited so long to book Chloe's ticket to come home, and why I got butt handled by Delta Airlines last night?
Just a scheduling thing. Just waiting for her schedule to be confirmed, and she's got a job now.
I'm short-circuiting.
Mm-hmm.
What are you giving me?
If you're gonna have a stroke on the air, we'll play a song.
Let's do it.
I'm short.
Andrew, play some Elton John.
I'm short-circuiting because of the price.
How much is it?
$410 one way for Chloe to fly from Hartford back to Tampa next week for spring break.
That's the rate, dude.
No, it
is. That's the rate.
We just flew from Tampa to Hartford and back for like $260 round freaking trip.
Dude, everything spring break week is crazy high price.
Last weekend, we took the long weekend, and we were like $130 up, $142 back. I mean, and Chloe, $410 for the cheap seat.
That's it.
She's, I think, stuck in a middle seat.
Be glad you're not leaving the week of. You at least got it a week in advance.
Right.
I mean, ticket prices for airlines are nuts.
Thanks for schooling me, dude.
You need schooling. You're the one overreacting over a $400 ticket.
I'm not overreacting. It's like, again, why couldn't we have booked this a couple of weeks ago?
It's a one-way ticket?
It's a one-way. So now,
what, is she going to hitchhike back?
No.
She can take an Uber for less money all the way back.
Hold on. We haven't even booked the ticket home because, Michelle, you haven't given me any parameters on Chloe's return.
You didn't ask.
You usually do the booking, but you wanted me to book. Why?
You told me that you got a better deal on Delta because of your status.
I don't.
So I thought, okay, I'll let you book it.
Where did you come up with that?
You told me this like a while ago. And
if you don't book a ticket a month in advance,
right,
you're looking at a $600 to $1,000 round trip fare for
sucks.
The same coast. I'm not even talking about going cross country.
It sucks. It festered. A couple of things here.
Yeah, baby.
I'm trying to figure out how to couch this. I've got a question.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out how to couch the question.
Couch it. Couch away.
Do you know what the question could be about?
I think so.
What do you think it's about?
The couch?
Yes.
Okay. Right. I have new options for you.
All right. Well, why aren't you sending me? If you watch MJ TV, you'll see we've got a big empty bare spot against the back wall on the right in front of the window. Fester, if you're watching MJ TV, you got the wide shot up? Wide shot for the wide guy. All right, so right there, we want to put a couch there in the new MJ Morning Show studio. And what is it? Jerry out of Thomason's Furniture in Lakeland on 92.
Yes. He's
going to provide a new couch for the MJ Morning Show. I didn't like the first round of couches, so I said, listen, Jerry, we got to step it up.
Well,
we got to spend a little more money on this couch.
No, I think you did like the one or two, but then he was very candid with you and said he thinks that you could do a little better than that one.
Right. So Jerry stepped it up.
Yes.
And we're going to a higher tier of couch quality because I guess Jerry can get anything.
He can, if he can get it, he can get it.
I want something ripped off out of Buckingham Palace. Can Jerry get that done?
He probably could.
Yeah.
I don't know that it would really fit the motif in here.
I want a couch out of the receiving parlor at Buckingham Palace. Okay. The receiving room. The diplomat receiving room. All right. So where are my new options? You haven't sent me the new couch options.
I will send you options today. And I got them yesterday or the day before.
And you know that you can couch a question, but you can also sit on the couch that I'm couching the question about.
Well,
so couching a question is, figuring out how to put the question is how you couch something.
I'm going to do a lot of things on that couch.
Yeah, please. All right. So
a lot.
Do you have the other options for the couch?
Yeah. I got other options to
Can
show
you
you.
Send them to me.
Yeah, I'll send them to you today.
Text them.
You want them right now?
Because it could be 6 to 8 weeks before the couch comes in. I want the couch here quickly.
Yeah, so one day of me not giving you the picture is not going to slow anything down.
All right, here we go. Second question for Fester.
Yes.
It's ready. You did not respond. I texted you last night a screenshot, and you didn't respond. Why didn't you respond? Because we're about to launch something right now, folks. I'm so excited. We have a big launch coming right now in seconds here on the MJ Morning Show. Why didn't you respond?
Because I got the text while I was driving.
Okay.
And I'm like, ha ha! That was my response. Ha ha!
Ha ha!
Not like ha ha, like funny. Like ha ha! Like eureka. Like that kind of ha ha! And I was like, but I'm driving. I'm not going to reply back at that second. And then, we didn't talk at night. If we would have spoken last night, I would have brought it up, but we didn't talk last night. But you had an audible ha ha!
Right.
For me.
We're going to launch it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Dear Flabby is ready to go.
This is very exciting.
So, you know what? Dear Abby is so yesterday's news.
So played out.
Dear Abby. So we had the idea, I guess I had the idea, to have Fester answer questions. And instead of Dear Abby, it's going to be Fester answering the questions.
Right.
And it's obvious you are
Dear Flabby.
Dear Flabby.
Right, yes. Yes, let's have a self-help column.
It's Dear Flabby.
Where we mock fat people too.
All right.
If we can knock two birds out with one stone, insulting fat people, or essentially fat people everywhere. I mean, if because this show would be nothing if it weren't for fat shaming.
All right. We stop it.
I mean, you built your pergola off of the fame of fat shaming.
You shame yourself.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out.
You're the one that brought this to the table in the first place.
It's not like it's not like it's Dear Shorty or anything. It's we could have a midget come in and give advice.
No, Shorty doesn't rime with Abby.
I get it.
Dear Abby, Dear Flabby.
The comedy is so rich.
It is. So here's how you do it.
Okay.
You trying to derail things?
No,
it sure as hell sounds like it. Sounds like you're just derailing things.
I'm a pointer outer. No, I fully support Dear Flabby, and I can't wait to receive
You're chastising me first, and then
you're a chastiser too.
All right.
Do we not chastise?
So
do we not call the obvious out?
I'm going to write Dear Flabby with my. I'm going to be the first. I'm going to be the first customer. How do I deal with Fester? All right.
So last night, while I'm walking the dog, I was working on Dear Flabby voices.
You don't need a Dear Flabby voice. It's just you.
I mean, does maybe Dear Flabby needs a voice?
Well, like what?
I was thinking like a Dr. Ruth voice.
Okay, let's hear it.
I have to work on it, but the day we got the email from...
Dude, I would get through 4 seconds of that before I wanted to bash you over the head.
I don't know.
With a fire extinguisher.
I was thinking a Dear Flabby voice.
No, there's no voice. Just do it. It's just you.
So
folks,
what kind of problems are we looking for?
Anything. Hey, what problem do you have? We're looking for great problems. Would you like Fester's advice?
I would love to give it to you.
As Dear Flabby.
I would love to give it to you.
Fester, give it to me, baby. Fester wants your problems. What dilemmas, what problems do you have? You can now send your problem and hopefully get a response from Dear Flabby. The email is active thanks to Don and the team at Team Logic IT.
Hey, thanks, Don.
They got the new email address set up for us yesterday. Dear Flabby at mjmorningshow.com.
That's perfect.
So let's go. It's open. The email is active. Dear Flabby at mjmorningshow.com. What problems, what dilemmas, real or fake, what would you like Dear Flabby to answer for you? I can't wait for the stories to roll in. And then what Fester's responses are going to be, offering up free advice. Dear Flabby is on.
You got to remember, if you're going to give your problems to Dear Flabby, you have to sign it Lonesome in Largo or something.
Well, whatever. Sign it however you want.
I don't know.
Right. So, folks, be on the maiden voyage here. Be among the first batch of people to write in with a problem, and you want Dear Flabby Fester to answer. So send your emails to Dear Flabby, that's Flabby, Dear Flabby.
Dear Flabby.
At mjmorningshow.com.
I still have to work on a voice.
You don't need a voice, dude.
I think everything needs a voice.
You don't need a voice.
A caricature type voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Practice with the kids this weekend.
That's what I'll do. All weekend long. Dear Flabby.
See what they like the best.
I think there's something.
Dear Flabby at mjmorningshow.com. And I'm trying to call Brian Stern now from Gray Bull Rescue.
Is that a ring?
Yeah, that's a ring, international ring. He's in the Middle East, evacuating Americans.
Where's Brian?
Brian, MJ, Fester, and Michelle live on the MJ Morning Show, Q105 Tampa Bay. Brian, welcome back to the show.
How are you? Hey, MJ, what's shaking?
We're doing well. All right, so I just got a text from you. You're in a room full of Americans that need evacuation out of the Middle East. Where are you? What's the operation right now?
Right now, we got 130 American citizens, 1 French and 2 Canadians, 1 Australian and 2 British, because we help our allies also. We're on our way to the airport shortly. We're not flying out of a regular airport. We fly out of a special airport just for us. And we're trying to get the hell out of the Middle East, and the air raid sirens are going on as we're talking. So hopefully that stops soon so we can take off and get the hell out of here.
Where exactly, can you tell us what country are you in? Are you in Israel, Jordan? Where are you right now?
Jordan. We're in Jordan at the moment.
All right, so
we're in Jordan at the moment.
All right, this group, is this the church group from St. Pete, or was that yesterday?
This is part of it. Some of that group is with us. The Pastor Randy is with us, and a bunch of his parishioners and part of his congregation. And then a whole bunch of other kids. We got a lot of kids, a lot of college kids with us, a couple of church groups, kind of a mixed bag of everybody.
All right, because the story yesterday, we had Brian on. We called Brian live yesterday, and he was on a bus. Oh, by the way, Brian, thank you for sending the picture. So Brian sends a picture, a selfie, of him sitting in a charter bus seat, and then he's holding it up, and you see all the passengers, all the American evacuees out of Israel on the bus, and they're all like looking and smiling. And I'm sure some of them have heard of the MJ Morning Show, right?
They, in fact, I got a few fans of the MJ Morning Show.
Oh, that's.
Want me to ask, should I ask the crowd? Want me to ask the crowd real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Want me to ask the crowd?
Yep.
We're in a big ballroom. Hold on 1 second. Hey guys, who's from Tampa, Florida? You guys know MJ on the radio? You know, say hi, MJ. We're live. Say hi, MJ. There you go.
I heard the yeah. I didn't hear the hi, MJ. That was a little muted, but that's fantastic. So yesterday,
oh my God,
what
we're giving people shout outs in the middle of a war zone.
Hey, Fester.
Hey, baby. Get back safely.
So, Brian, the Americans that you helped evacuate yesterday, and now 130 Americans and other foreign nationals that need help getting out of the Middle East. The Americans, were they running into the same problem where they were calling the State Department or calling embassies and they were getting recordings saying, we can't help you?
Yeah, a lot of, as a nonprofit, we like to consider ourselves the last resort, not the first option, right? Yep. We're not war zone Uber. So when we take a case on, when we take a family on or a person on, one of the first questions we ask is, have you contacted anyone else? So it's part of our screening process. Have you called the embassy? Did you register with STEP? Did you, whatever? And at least with this group, and so far it's been consistent, 100% of them, every single one, has said yes, and nobody came for me.
Wow. All right, so you're with Randy Helms, who's the pastor of the GT Church in St. Pete, correct?
Yeah, I'm looking at Randy right now, as a matter of fact.
All right, give Randy our regards. And, folks, what an organization, Gray Bull Rescue, rescuing Americans in need around the globe. When the war broke out in the Middle East, Gray Bull ran to the Middle East to help evacuate Americans. And when do you hope to have them back at Tampa International Airport, Brian?
We're hoping. We're running low on funding, as you know. So we're going to be flying to a middle country in Europe, and then from there, everyone's kind of going to go their separate ways. We sadly got no support from anyone this time. We just have a few donors, great donors, and thank you, God bless them.
Yep.
But we can't afford the flights to Tampa, so we're just getting them to Europe, which is safe. And then from there, people will figure it out on their own, which is really frustrating because I want to bring them home to America.
Listen, the federal government, Homeland Security, or department, they need to fund you. You need to get money from the government to help. You're getting Americans out of the Middle East more efficiently than the government can right now. All right, folks, here's the deal. If you can help Gray Bull Rescue, a nonprofit, veteran-run, Brian Stern, veteran of military intelligence, runs Gray Bull Rescue. If you can help, just go to their website, graybullrescue.org, and donate whatever you can, because, it could be you, it could be your family or a friend that needs evacuation or help from somewhere. They're Tampa Bay based. Their offices are right at Rocky Point, right at the Courtney Campbell Causeway. Brian, best of luck. Text me any updates, and you're welcome on the show anytime.
Thanks, MJ. We love you guys. Really appreciate all your help. You guys are keeping us funded, so I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian. Have a good one. Stay safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Brian Stern in Jordan right now, and a whole bunch of church group members from the Tampa Bay area. They were on a Holy Land tour.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, missiles are flying. They're in bomb shelters.
Different kind of Holy Land.
Yeah.
Big missile holes.
Oh, my God. Anyway, Gray Bull, what a great job. All right, so I've got a couple of divorce stories I want to get into. This 747 at the MJ Morning Show, this is a different kind of divorce story. Have you heard of the Alpine divorce?
An Alpine divorce?
Yeah. So this is divorce story number one. Listen, I saw this. I'm like, come on, is this just clickbait? Is this real? I mean, are people really doing this? Let me just bust this down. I'm not going to, make you guess.
What's an Alpine divorce?
An Alpine divorce is when you go out on a date, you do like a nature hike, and you just abandon your date.
What?
Yes. Is this real?
No.
Oh, so it's not like a real divorce.
Right.
Like somebody you're married and you realize you're saddled with them.
More metaphorical.
Okay.
All right. So there's a whole buzz on the internets right now, and the term is Alpine divorce. And they describe it as when a couple goes on a date, like in nature. They go on a hike, a camping trip, a bike ride, and then one just abandons the other in the wilderness to fend for themselves.
It sounds like a good reality show.
Yes, Buster.
Tonight on Fox, an Alpine divorce.
It's Alpine divorce on Fox. So this was a USA Today story earlier this week. So it's not like some janky, phony, trumped up, jacked up TikTok video or something. This was an actual story in USA Today. Alpine divorce is a new viral dating term causing panic across the internet. Oh, my God. Panic. Panic on the dance floor. And across the internets. There's a horrifying dating term going viral, and every dater needs to be aware of it? Really? The internet is abuzz right now with the term Alpine divorce. Happens when a couple goes on a date, blah, 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 and one abandons the other. Like on a nature hike, bike ride, whatever, in the wilderness. Yeah, a lot of dates, in national parks, and let's go on a hiking trail. Hey, let's
go.
Hey, let's meet at the trailhead of the Appalachian Trail, right behind the baseball field at Dartmouth University.
It should take us 5 or 6 months to make it all the way.
And I have been there. If anyone knows, yes, the Appalachian Trail runs right through Dartmouth, and right behind one of the baseball fields, there's a trailhead that takes you on your way to the Appalachian Trail. All right, so it's a horrible form of abuse, experts say, and it's also not as uncommon as you think. Stephanie Sarkis, a psychotherapist specializing in narcissistic abuse, among other mental health issues, says she's had clients who have unfortunately experienced this. She says an Alpine divorce can be deeply traumatic. Come on, how common has anyone done this? Is there anyone listening that has done this to their date, or did this get done to you? Is this a real story? USA Today has this. 800-990-1047 is the number. 800-990-1047 if you've perpetrated or you're the victim of an Alpine divorce where the date just abandoned you somewhere in nature.
Is the point like some kind of humiliation where they're out on their own and you leave them?
And what number date is this? Is this like number 1, number 3, number 5? Fester, did you go on a couple of dates and you're like, you know what I'm going to do this person? I don't like them, but I'm going to ask them on this one last date, and we're going to go on a hike, and then we're going to get 2 miles in where she can't like manage it by herself, and then I'm going to say that I got to like use the restroom.
All good
peel
questions.
off.
All good points. All right, Michelle, do you believe this?
I'm having trouble believing.
That's the issue. Is this start as like an internet joke? Or just some content creation where they're just trying to put something out there, and then USA Today bites on it. Now everybody's picking it up, and now suddenly it's a thing.
So the psychotherapist specializing in narcissistic abuse, this Stephanie Sarkis, says Alpine divorce can be deeply traumatic, causing immense mental and physical distress. I've seen it a few times. For a lot of people, it's their worst fear, being in an environment where they don't have control over what's going on and being abandoned somewhere. I think we all have a fear of abandonment to different degrees. Being out in an area that you don't know, where there's wildlife, you could easily get lost, especially if it's unmarked. There's a real fear. So Alpine divorce. The term appears to take its origin from a late 1800s short story called An Alpine Divorce by Robert Barr. The tale involves a man who attempts to murder his wife while they're out hiking on a mountain. All right, so he went to the extreme by attempting to murder his wife.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But we've heard those stories where, like, the couple was hiking in Hawaii
she
and
fell
suddenly,
off the cliff.
Right.
Oh my God!
The
Wasn't
husband,
like in Oregon, some guy just got convicted of pushing his old lady off the cliff.
I think so.
Yeah. All right, now those stories I believe because those have happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Alpine murder, Alpine get rid of your spouse a whole lot more cheaply, you know, than the whole divorce rigmarole and all the lawyer fees and everything. Wow. Any calls on that? All right, hang on a minute. Oh, hang on. Pam in Tampa says she was left. Hey.
Okay, this might be more real than we think.
We've got a call. Pam. Pam, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Go ahead. Pam, can you hear me?
Hey, how you doing today?
We're doing well. All right, so
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you were left on a date?
So I went on a date. I had been seeing this person for a couple months. We went kayaking, and it was over like, I don't know, it's over in St. Pete. And he just took off. Like, we weren't kayaking next to each other for very long. And then he's like, oh, I'll meet you over there. And he just kept going. And I meet him at the destination. Not, doesn't say anything. Same thing happened on the way back, and then I stopped dating him.
All right, so
yeah,
you
because
did.
it was like no one didn't care what was happening. I could have, drowned.
All right, so you did meet back up with him eventually, and then he disappeared again. Yeah, some of these cases are the guy just disappears. They're gone totally. You never see him again, or you don't re-hook up. All right, so you called it off. You never dated the guy again.
Right, because I felt it was kind of really showed his true colors as not really being a caring person.
How old is the guy?
Early 50s.
All right, and then what's the guy's first name?
I'm not going to give that.
That
was like a year ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, why protect the guy if he's abandoning you in a kayak?
I mean, there's probably a lot of guys named Bill in their early 50s or something, okay?
Hey, Pam, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right, so, sort of an Alpine divorce story right there.
I don't know. It depends where you go kayak. If they went kayaking like in that Whedon Island area, that Whedon Reserve, it's a lot of tunnels.
That's right down the street.
Or not tunnels, or passageways where you can get separated.
Yeah.
That's right across here. That's right behind like Derby Lane, right? Yeah. All right, so another divorce. All right, moving on from Alpine divorce.
I don't know about Alpine divorce. I don't think that's a real
Do you know what a seat divorce is? It's Divorce-a-rama here on the MJ Morning Show today. Michelle, do you know what seat? Michelle knows. You saw this.
I saw the story, and I was like, oh, my gosh, we've actually witnessed this. And we were like, you're crazy. And then I was the one who was the cause of the divorce, or not the cause of the divorce, but I was filling the void in the divorce.
Okay, so I don't know what a seat divorce is, but if it's what I think it is, I fully support it.
What do you think it is?
When you travel with your old lady, but she sits in a different area.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly right.
Yeah.
It really is. One person sits at the window and one person sits at the aisle.
Allison and I went to Bermuda a couple years ago, and she sat like 10 rows in front of me, and I'm like, perfect.
Or different rows. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
she's a completely different area of the plane.
It can work different ways where, we've had a husband sit in the aisle, wife sits in the window.
And I was you came home ahead of me, and I was sitting in the middle.
Yeah. And it was seat that they had somebody in between them.
Yeah.
And it was Michelle in this case. So a seat divorce is something that people actually do.
I prefer to travel that way.
Right. And then, speaking of seats on an airplane, so a lot of things are kind of dovetailing today, right? So
I seat abandoned my wife once because we flew to Utah last year, and I put her in the row with the two kids, and I sat in the exit row, 5 or 6 rows in front of her.
Michelle's done that to me.
And I had a great flight experience.
Right.
And she was in the row with these two miserable kids, which happened to be my kids.
Of course.
And we get to Utah, and she's like, I'm ready to go back right now.
Aw.
Take these breaths. She had these two chipping kids the whole time.
When the kids were little, and I used to, you select the seats, right?
Yeah.
And I would select them. They thought that the airline assigned the seats because
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is your assigned seat, and we'd give them the paper tickets, and they would know where they were sitting and make them find it. And so they were hooked on that. It was a rule, and I would put one of them in the window, MJ in the center, and the other one in the aisle, and they would totally bully him into it. No, that you have to sit there. That's your seat number. And then I would have the other aisle. He's like, I'm not doing this, Michelle. I go, oh yes, you are.
It's your assigned seat.
It's your assigned seat.
All right, so seat divorce. Then we have the middle seat maniacs. I told you, there's a lot of different stories that are just dovetailing today. I saw an item about people who love the middle seat. Why? There are people that seek out and love sitting in the middle seat. In fact, there's a woman by the name of Shanna Meet Sciarra from Brooklyn, New York, that says she loves a middle seat even on a 12-hour flight. What is wrong with you? Why? And a couple of things on middle seat etiquette. You realize that if you're in the middle seat, you get both armrests.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. And in fact, did you see the video? And I saw this actually a couple of times. It popped back up in the last couple of days. I think I first saw it maybe a month ago. There is a video of a guy in the middle seat on an airplane. I saw it on Instagram. So we could have listeners that have seen this. This dude is in the middle seat on a flight, and it's an American dude. It's some kind of a U.S. airline, and the guy's in the middle seat, and the caption was something like, reclaiming my middle seat armrests. The guy in the window seat next to the middle dude has his arm completely on the armrest. The guy in the middle takes his arm and violently slams into the guy's arm, shoving it off the armrest to reclaim it. And then the guy in the middle seat is like, what? What? I mean, the look on this dude's face, oh my God, what did you just do? And I'm like, I think I even commented on one of the videos, this is technically a battery. I mean, the guy in the middle just totally smashed his arm into the other guy, violently shoving the guy's arm in the window seat off of the middle armrest.
I didn't know the guy in the middle got both armrests.
That's sort of the unspoken middle seat airplane etiquette that if you are in the aisle seat, you don't get the armrest to the right. If you're in the window seat, you don't get the armrest to the left.
What do you do with your arm?
The middle seat person, the armrests are their property just because they're stuck in the middle. All right?
Now I don't feel so bad about being so fat.
Oh, man,
I'll take up half your seat. How do you like that?
And then one last, this is crazy. I told you, there's a lot of stories that are coming together. Then I stumbled across an item on airplane psychology, and people that always choose the aisle seat are not just planning for easy access to get out to go to the toilet, to go to the lavatory, the bathroom. No. Apparently, psychologists, researchers, they say that people that are kind of hell-bent on the aisle seat, I've really gone to a middle. I used to be an aisle guy, but I've really come to like the window seat for even kind of more space and the ability to like lean against the wall. And I've really come to like, you know, if I'm not in like business or first class, and you know, typically I just try to get the upgrade. I'm not going to pay for it. But I've come to like the window seat. But the aisle seat, according to psychological researchers, it's a preservation tactic that it's not about just getting to the bathroom. It's about being able to have free, unfettered access to be able to flee, evacuate.
Yeah, you have more control over your choices
Exactly.
if I'm sitting on the aisle.
Yeah, because if you know something happens on the plane, if you're on the aisle, you've got just a more unfettered access route to get out, get to an exit, versus having to climb over somebody, or you know, if you're in the window or you're in the middle. You know, so there's a psychological, even if you don't know what you're doing, it's somewhat subliminal. Some people know exactly what they're doing. Other people, it's more subliminal.
Never thought of it like that.
Yeah. So psychologists are describing it as, and there's a term for it, the autonomous exit strategy.
I mean, think about that plane, that United plane that had to circle back around and filled up with smoke in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
If you're in an aisle seat, I'm on my way out the plane while the person against the window is still undoing their seatbelt.
Yeah. So autonomous exit psychology. Remember that. Speaking of United, who said United?
I think it was Michelle.
Yeah. So United just had that emergency.
Yeah, in L.A.
Where the 787 Dreamliner engine caught on fire. Cabin had smoke in it. This is a couple of days ago.
It doesn't sound like a dream to me.
And then it lands safely. It goes back to L.A., lands at LAX. And then the idiots were taking their bags. People, evacuation. They're opening the doors. They're inflating the slides, and people are grabbing their bags from the overhead bins. It's like, and then the flight attendants were we played the audio yesterday. The flight attendants were like, leave your bags. Do not take your bags. So listen to this. Speaking of United, apparently in the terms of like carriage, you know, when you buy a ticket, you agree to the airline's terms. All the small, fine print. United Airlines apparently has introduced, and people notice that it's like in the fine print now, that they can ban you, toss you off the flight if you're using a device that makes an audio or audible sound. If you're not using headphones, they can toss you off. So they've implanted this now in their rules of carriage. Major airline United has made it clear that passengers who do not use headphones while listening to electronic devices could get tossed off the flight or even banned from traveling with United Airlines in its entirety. The new rule was quietly added to United's contract of carriage under its refusal to transport section late last month. So
are they really enforcing that, though?
Listen to this. Here's the actual verbiage. Passengers who fail to use headphones while listening to audio or video content could get you thrown off the flight. United confirmed the February 27th change in an email to media inquiries, including the New York Post, noting the company's effort to expand Starlink Wi-Fi access to planes helped lead to the new rule. United says we've encouraged customers to use headphones when listening to content, and our Wi-Fi rules already remind customers to use headphones, according to United spokesman.
I've heard on like the pre-flight messages.
Yeah, they
use headphones if you have an audio device that plays audio.
In the
like
last couple of years, I've flown Spirit a lot. And I will say that the Spirit clientele can be somewhat different at times. And I've heard more blaring audio from people's phones and iPads on Spirit than I've heard on any other airline, I think, combined. It's really amazing. Also, Spirit has the highest number of aisle rushers. So people from like row 36, as soon as the plane lands, they're rushing to the front of the plane. No concept of you deplane row by row. Yeah, Michelle, we weren't on Spirit. We were on JetBlue. Mm-hmm. We had aisle rushers on Monday evening when we landed at Tampa International from Bradley in Connecticut. We had two ladies that rushed the aisle. And what were your observations on that? We're in row 14, I think, or 11.
But where did they get plugged up? They didn't get off first.
No.
They get stopped up.
Yeah, I stopped them up.
Yeah.
Well, we were politely waiting for the rows ahead of us, and everybody kind of started standing. You know how it is. Like the aisle people start standing and, trying to like figure out how to collect their stuff. And so we were still sitting because that's where people had sort of stopped. And these ladies came flying up from the back and standing right in front of us, like blocking our way to get out. And I'm like, what in the, like, this is why people, like, uncivilized activity happens here. And so then they're whining and complaining about getting off the plane. They can't believe it's taking this long, blah, blah, blah. But there were two of them. And what happened is the one kind of snaked a little bit ahead of us, but the other one, he blocked her. And so then when that first lady got off, she's standing right at the door, on the jetway. On the jetway, waiting for her friend. And then the friend says, because we can hear her, she's right behind. She goes, "Yeah, he had to get off the plane."
Yeah.
And we're like,
so did you.
So did you. So did everybody ahead of you.
We all have to get off the plane.
Michelle and I are deplaning in order of rows. And a lot of times I'll even look to the other side to let them go first, even before me. And this lady has the goal, that guy had to get off the plane. You guys were 10 or 12 rows back and rushed to our position to try to snake everybody ahead of you. And I'm the one that...
You couldn't just sit there for one more second.
I had to get off, this guy had to get off the plane. What about you?
Yeah,
you polyester princesses.
She was so mad.
That's the MJ Instagram video I want to see. MJ getting in a fight at the airport, some polyester wearing lady who want to get off the plane.
Oh, man. All right. So, Michelle, where did you dig this? Michelle found this last night and emailed me. This is from some music website. And it's the most the most misunderstood lyrics, Michelle, is that it? In rock history?
I don't think they're misunderstood.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The worst lyrics.
Yeah, it says the worst.
Oh, the dumbest lyrics ever?
Yeah, that's it. I didn't find it. Michelle found this. Michelle sent this to me. So I've got, it is. It's the worst lyrics in classic rock history. And this comes from ultimateclassicrock.com. I'm unfamiliar with this particular website. Andrew, turn your microphone on.
Ultimateclassicrock.com?
Yeah. Ultimateclassicrock.com. Andrew, tell us about ultimateclassicrock.com because I'm not aware of it.
Their writers are on point. They are very good.
You're very
knowledgeable.
You're very loud and distorted.
Like you're a classic rocker. You're rocking out distorted.
All right. Just say it again.
They are very... It's a website with very good writers who are very knowledgeable.
Okay. All right,
about classic rock?
All right. So they're saying that these are the worst lyrics in classic rock. The first one is Van Halen's "Why Can't This Be Love?"
Are you going to sing all the songs because we can't play the audio?
No.
Is that what this segment's going to do? Because
no.
we can't do music segments anymore because of like the licensing and the podcast.
No, we can.
Are you going to go doop, 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 doop for everyone?
No, I'm going to play the actual lyrics.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure. I don't know what the barometer is.
What Fester's saying, well, listen, I've made a decision. I'm not going to cut back on the quality of the actual show broadcast on 104.7, but the music elements have to be pulled out of the podcast because so we can play music clips live on 104.7.
We can stream it live.
We can stream it live on all the streaming apps. We can have it play on MJTV, but on the replays, we don't have the license to play the music. It's just a convoluted, it's just a mess. So I'm not going to jeopardize or I'm not going to cut back on the quality and entertainment value of the show. We'll just cut it out of the podcast. All right. So the worst classic rock lyrics in history, according to this ultimateclassicrock.com website. And the first one is, "Why Can't This Be Love, Van Halen?" And here's the line. Only time will tell if we stand the test of time. Why is that an awful lyric?
Only time will tell if we
stand the test of time.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Well, it's just kind of...
What's the problem? I don't have a problem. Tell me. Okay. Come on, Michelle. Use your words.
Only time will tell if we stand the test of time. They're kind of taking like two different like cliche sayings, right, and sort of putting them together and
only
making
time
them
will tell.
Right, because we all say like, well, only time will tell if something is going to happen or not. And then a lot of times you go, well, is that going to stand the test of time? So they those aren't like original lines.
I'm sorry, I don't find this to be among the worst.
I didn't come up with a list.
All right.
Only time will tell if it is what it
but
is.
You found.
that's kind of what they're saying. It's like too like dismissive, passive.
But you found the story yesterday, but you brought this to my attention.
Sure.
Only time will tell if we stand the test of time. I don't think it's that bad. All right, next on the list. Worst classic rock lyrics of all time. Really?
Well, this one caught my eye because you have pointed this out a number of times.
I have.
And this station plays this song a lot because it is a really, we all love this song, I think. And so when I saw this on the list, that's really why I sent it to you. Because I was like, look at this.
The song is Journey's Don't Stop Believing. And the lyric is... Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit.
All right.
I don't find that to be among the worst lyrics of all time. However,
unless you are a fan of actual geography.
Well, hang on, but it's also geographically inaccurate.
Wildly inaccurate.
There's no place called South Detroit.
Technically, there is, and it's called Canada.
Steve Windsor.
Yeah, Windsor, Canada. Yeah,
Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
You take the bridge.
Now, Steve Perry has acknowledged that they knew that there was nothing called South Detroit. It just fit. It just fit the song when they wrote it, and they invented South Detroit.
You know that.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit.
Yes, Fester?
That big GM building. Mm-hmm. That GM.
Yeah, the round GM building.
Yeah.
The two towers, right?
That's south. That's the big river that's right on the side of that building. Mm-hmm. The other side of it's Canada. It's right there. It's right on the edge.
So it's not South Detroit.
No, it's Detroit. Right. Then south of it's Windsor.
Next on the list is ZZ Top's Sleeping Bag. I know the song. Michelle, I was
What now?
I don't know. We'll whip out our mattresses because there ain't no beds.
Yeah, let's get out to Egypt because it's in the plan. We'll whip out our mattress because there ain't no beds. So ZZ Top, they're traveling with their own mattress to Egypt? That's a terrible lyric. That is absolutely terrible. That is awful. All right, next. A Horse with No Name by America.
In the desert, you can't remember your name because there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
In the desert, you can remember your name, for there ain't no one for to give you no pain. That sounds like they had a stroke.
Yeah. If you had like a random word generator.
Or Andrew said, or they were high. Yeah, they might have been all high. Then Michelle, one of her favorite bands, The Police, isn't Sting coming to the Hard Rock?
Yep.
In the fall.
Yes.
I better get on the list for that right now.
You better.
I better call my my Hard Rock contacts. Get on that list. I mean, Sting in a 1,500 seat intimate setting.
Yeah.
Wow. At the Hard Rock. So the police is do da on the list of one of the worst lyrics in classic rock history. And when their eloquence escapes me, their logic ties me up and rapes me.
I never knew that was the lyric.
I never heard the word rape in that song until just now.
Right?
I mean, maybe I thought it was rate or rake.
I know.
Or just something to sing along. I never heard the word.
I just glossed over it.
That's like the only song I could think of that has the word rape in it.
I think that's where Sting got his name. He was stung by a whole bunch of like murder hornets, and it fogged up his brain when he wrote that lyric. That's what happened. Next on the list of awful.
That whole song is uncomfortable for me now.
Yeah. It's weird.
You get raped by logic.
The next is Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire." I disagree with this also. This song, "We Didn't Start the Fire," is a classic. It is Andrew's saying it's a crappy song in my ear.
Billy Joel will tell you it's a crappy song.
I know the fact that Billy Joel doesn't even like singing this song anymore, but everybody loves it. When we saw him in concert, the entire stadium is singing the song with him.
Know everything in it.
Right. We know everything in it.
If you're of a certain age, you know every one of these events.
I love the song. It's like a history lesson.
Yeah.
I think it's genius. Whoever doesn't like Billy Joel not liking the song or not liking to perform the song, I totally disagree. So here's the lyric that's on the list of terrible lyrics. What's wrong with that? Rock and roller cola wars. I can't take it anymore. So the cola wars, what, like the Coke and Pepsi challenge deal? You know, Coke and Pepsi going at it?
I guess like the song ends in the late 80s, right? Is that when the song ends? Like in that way?
Yeah.
Yeah,
88-ish.
But that's where like Coke and Pepsi were having all the big Super Bowl commercials.
Yep.
And I mean,
I don't have a problem with this lyric.
Rock and roller cola wars, I can't take it anymore.
We didn't start the fire.
I mean, it is a little bit of a letdown that he talks about, JFK getting blown away, and then he's talking about, a delicious carbonated beverage. You call you a Coke or Pepsi person.
Yeah, and babies of thalidomide.
What year was like Cindy Crawford leaning against like the vending machine, and the boys were thirsting for her?
That was mid 90s, wasn't it?
I don't remember, but
Look,
yeah,
she's hot.
I
mean, honestly,
Cindy Crawford,
Rock and Roller Cola Wars.
Michelle
Cindy Crawford.
I can't take it anymore.
Right.
Michelle,
What?
You're my Cindy Crawford.
Okay.
I
Minus the mole.
Yeah, but me want to get checked.
I want you to get a mole added.
Oh.
That was a thing, dude.
Yes.
When Cindy Crawford was in her heyday,
Yeah.
I mean, there was like a thing where people would like mollify themselves.
Yeah.
I just thought of something. Oh my God.
Oh.
So Cindy did the commercial for, was that Pepsi?
No, he just said it was Coca-Cola.
Was it
What did she do it
no,
for?
I think it was Pepsi. Hold on. What did Cindy Crawford do the commercial for?
I thought it was Pepsi.
Hold on. Yeah, that's what I said. Michelle, you just said Coke. No.
I thought it was Pepsi.
All right.
I don't know.
I said
it's
Pepsi.
a Rock and Roller Cola Wars.
All right,
what it is.
Anyway,
He said
Andrew,
soda machine.
Andrew, can you look it up quickly? It was Pepsi.
Yeah.
I just thought of this. How did they not? You know what? They should have renamed it Pepsi Mola instead of Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Mola for Cindy Crawford's mole.
You know, I'll tell you right now.
Pepsi Mola.
If you spill a little Pepsi, it looks like a mole. All right, so we just talked about Sting and the terrible line where he said, "Logic rape me."
Yes.
And I said, "What other song has rape?" Like 1,000 people have sent me a text. What about Nirvana? And I guess Nirvana has a song called that. And I want you to know, I've never listened to any Nirvana other than like Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Right.
I can't tell you one Nirvana song.
That's it.
Completely disposable band in my book.
There was a semi-hit like in 1993, Sunscream. And I actually use it as a rejoiner. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. I actually use this song as a rejoiner, and its song is Sunscream. You know the song, right?
And this song has the word rapes in it?
And farmers rape their daughters is one of the lyrics.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's rejoin Back to the Morning Show with that.
Yeah.
All right.
So wait, so Is that the only song that people texted you?
No, I mean, no kidding. I have 86 texts to say Nirvana had a song called, I guess, Rape Me.
Wow.
And I am not a Nirvana fan.
Interesting.
Listen, I completely am not on their way. I don't like them at all.
Let me finish this up. All right. So two more to go. Two more. So you're happy that Kurt Cobain...
that's not what he said.
Is that what he said?
I am.
And you know that some are suggesting now that Kurt Cobain was not a suicide. There was a whole thing in the last month.
Yeah, it's like come back into the news.
Stories have popped up that now they're saying that, or somebody's claiming, or some former cop up there is saying, no, it needs to be reopened as a homicide investigation.
Yeah, thanks for coming out 30 years later, officer.
Yeah, very timely.
Yeah.
He shot himself with a shotgun that was positioned a certain distance away that he would have had to use his feet, but he had socks on. That's what I read.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't wish Kurt any ill will. I mean, although he certainly meant ill will. But,
All right, moving along here. Last two.
Care about Nirvana.
Among the worst lyrics in classic rock, "We built this city" by Starship. And this is on the list. The money underneath the bar. Who rides the wrecking ball into our guitars?
See, this was the other one. I saw this on the list too. And you, I think, do not like this song. And this song gets such a bad rap in like the music world. I like it. It's just like catchy. You know, you got to kind of, it's infectious. You just, go along with it. Who cares? Who cares who's riding the wrecking ball into the guitars?
So, you know what? It's the politicians, dude.
It's another sunny Saturday looking over the Howard Franklin Bridge by the city by the bay, the city that rocks, the city that never stops.
We still play.
You can actually do that.
What?
It's like a little helicopter traffic reporter.
What'd you say?
You can actually do that.
The city that never sleeps.
Yeah. Well,
everything's looking cool. The Howard Franklin Bridge.
Well, the original one was
like a radio DJ.
Was the radio DJ?
Right.
San Francisco, looking out over the Golden Gate, sunny Saturday, the city that rocks it, and then a lot of cities did their own custom versions back in the mid '80s, and
little did we know it was really you.
But
you did all of these custom versions for all these stations across the country.
But the irony is, it's San Francisco Bay, the city by the bay, and then we are Tampa Bay, city by the bay.
I mean, mid '80s, Q105 did their own version. It was like looking over the was it the Howard Franklin or was it the
it was the Howard Franklin Bridge.
Howard Franklin Bridge.
We're over the Howard Franklin Bridge.
Looking out over the Howard Franklin Bridge, sunny Saturday, the city that rocks, the city that never stops.
The best music all summer long. Q105.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pull that clip, right?
Yeah.
Can you fast forward? Can you find that song, Andrew?
Andrew's got it.
Okay.
Andrew, go ahead and play it. Here we go. Listen. Shut it off.
So who did that? You?
No, I didn't do
Well,
that.
who did it? You did it so perfectly a minute ago.
I thought that was a traffic reporter, not a DJ.
Yeah, I think I think Mike Reeves. Andrew says Mike Reeves
Mike
did.
Reeves? What a talent.
I love that Andrew knows this history.
Mike Reeves.
I was not working at Q105 in 1985.
Mason Dixon, Q105.
Now, he was working here in 1985, if I'm not mistaken.
He was.
Yeah.
So,
Q105, Tampa Bay's Q105.
Little warp factor and flamethrower.
Tampa Bay's Q105, Q105. The greatest hits all summer long. Q105.
did other radio stations, like in St. Louis?
Yes, other stations did their
the city
versions.
by the arch, with the Mississippi River, St. Louis. Hey.
Yeah, there was also...
hey, you're rocking with the Mistake by the Lake, the heart of Cleveland.
What about Omaha, Nebraska?
Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, have some corn.
Oh, have some cow poop.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Hey, Andrew, Did Q105 back in the day, because that song We Built the City on Rock and Roll was like 1985.
Mm-hmm.
Did they also have the custom intro version where they sang the, because Andrew, cue up, put it on my board. Put We Built This City, put that on my soundboard. Put that on page 28, or put it on the page with all the clips that I just did, because we still have one more song to go on the worst lyrics of all time. All right, so there was a jingle company called Jam Jingles. And Jam, they're the ones that did all those like hot rockin' flamethrowing Q105, that famous jingle company. They offered a special version in 1985 where they had their jingle singers do a special intro. And I'm sure Q105 probably got on board with this. And we had it when I was working in Virginia Beach in Norfolk.
Right on the post.
Yeah, so we had that custom version, and I'm sure Q105, I wish we could find that.
You know what? You might have a career in radio yet. That was so perfect. What do you think, Fester?
I think he missed his mark. MJ should have been like a jingle singer.
No doubt.
How embarrassing is that? I mean, you meet a new couple, and like, oh, I'm a singer. Oh, you sing songs? No.
Years ago here.
All right, we're going to need to bring MJ in. We got 48 more cities to sing up today.
Right.
He's such a workhorse. He's a one-take Jake.
We built Sheboygan on rock and roll.
Sheboygan 102. I mean, it's poster.
We built Fartville on rock and roll.
106. 93.
All right, one more. One more of the worst songs in classic rock history lyrics to do, and it's Pinball Wizard? Really? By The Who?
Plays by sense of smell.
Was it raised?
He plays by sense of smell. You know, he plays a mean pinball. That deaf, dumb, blind kid plays a mean pinball.
He's deaf and
so
dumb.
He plays by sense of smell.
That's the most offensive thing in that song after calling the kid deaf, dumb, and blind?
Plays by sense of smell.
I mean, they didn't even use the R word in there.
How else do you...
Yeah.
So there we go.
Helen Keller walked by smell, right?
All right. So, Andrew, if you could add this to today's podcast, that's the list. I agree with some. I disagree with others. So are those the worst lyrics in classic rock history? All right, Andrew, you can pick up the podcast here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've noticed that today's podcast is a whole lot shorter, it's because we just did a musical segment with all kinds of clips. Andrew was pulling his hair out, and due to licensing reasons, we cannot include that in the replay on MJTV and in the podcast version of this. Now back to the regular programming on the MJ Morning Show.
Andrew, I have a dumb question. Is our YouTube video that creates of our live that's created after the show going to get flagged? Okay.
All right. So
YouTube is going to self-edit itself, right?
I think so.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
So the MJTV replay will remain. It's just going to be truncated. Is that correct? All right. Andrew seems to be shaking his head in the affirmative. All right, moving along on the MJ Morning Show. Got a teacher in San Francisco in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, San Francisco, the city by the bay, the city that never sleeps.
The city that never stops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a school teacher in San Francisco is in trouble for test questions. This is crazy. San Francisco Unified School District investigating a math teacher at a local high school. They're questioning his teaching methods. The investigation centers around complaints over potentially inappropriate questions about girls' weight. That Tom Chan, the amazing Chan and the Chan clan, who's a math teacher, and he featured certain questions on his tests. Students said the educator is now on leave, but the district has not confirmed that Mr. Chan has been suspended. Lowell High School seniors Jaden Grajeda and Ezra Medad were in Chan's class last year, and both said some of the teacher's test questions seemed a little bit odd. Medad remembered seeing some questions referencing fat kids or word problems calculating how much money to spend on a date with a girl based on her weight. What? Oh, my God.
I'm looking at a picture of this teacher, Mr. Chan, and he seems to be like kind of a fitness buff.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Chan and the Chan clan. Yeah, so he's in trouble. So, was he saying that if a girl was hefty, that hold on, you shouldn't spend as much money, or if you're out on a date, you got to spend more money because she's going to eat a whole lot more?
I mean, she'd need her own pizza.
Or just go to an all-you-can-eat buffet.
That's it.
Yeah, that's how you do that. That's my answer to the question. I ignore the actual math solving and the problem and show you work. I just write down all-you-can-eat buffet.
Just write buffet.
That's totally correct answer. Buffet.
There's like 4 choices. $29, $39, $49, or buffet.
There is a scam. You've got to be aware of this scam. This happened up in the Villages. This is from the villagesnews.com. And if it's happening there, it's happening elsewhere. An elderly individual was scammed. You got to hear the details of this. Scammers from New York. I guess the Villages with all the the elderly, the retirees. Oh man, it's like shooting at fish in a barrel. It's so easy there. That's what the scammers are saying. So 2 scammers, they tried to rip off an 85-year-old at the Publix, one of the Publixes in the Village. So the resident on Monday went to Publix at the Grand Traverse Plaza. He was approached in the parking lot by 35-year-old Miller Mitchell of New York, according to the Wildwood Police Department arrest report. Miller noticed a dent in the villager's car and said he could fix the dent for $200. So first of all, if somebody approaches you in the Publix parking lot, I could fix that dent for $200. Okay. Now, I know that there are really good mobile dent repair people that will come to your office, your parking lot, your house, and they will do mobile dent repair where they get in, they tap those dents out.
But they don't approach you.
Door dings, exactly.
In a parking lot.
This 85-year-old dude is approached. Hey, $200, I'll get the dent out of your car, right? When the villager, the 85-year-old guy, finishes shopping, comes back to the car, this Mitchell guy, or maybe it is Miller, I don't know, informed the old-timer that the job is $5,700.
What?
Yes.
That's a big jump up.
From $200, yes, you could take the dent out. And then suddenly the guy finishes shopping, getting his Metamucil, and now the dent removal is $5,700.
What?
The villager said he would have to go home to get the money. What? Listen, I know you're 85, but that's where you tell the guy to beat it.
I don't carry that much money on me.
I'm going to whack you over the head with my walker in 2 seconds. You get out of here. Call the cops. Pick up your jitterbug phone with the giant buttons and call 911.
Hello, police.
Oh, my God. Is that insane?
It's nuts.
So the villager said that he'd have to go home to get the money, was followed by Miller, who was in a black SUV with 34-year-old Ivana Cole, both from New York. Once they reached the villager's residence, he informed Miller and Cole that he would need to go to the bank to obtain the cash. They followed him to the bank, and he turned over an envelope containing $5,700 in cash. Dude, I know you're 85, but what the hell are you thinking?
I mean, if it's only $5,700.
Mitchell told the villager that they needed an additional $1,092 for the job. So, wait a minute. $200 original quote. First of all, don't go have anyone in a parking lot that approaches you to take a dent out while you shop. For $200. $200 turns into $5,700. And then once the guy goes to the bank and hands them an envelope with $5,700, they then ask for another $1,092? They agreed to take a check on that one. So
You'll have to take a check.
The villager wrote out a personal check to Cole.
And then the guy cashes it. Now there's a paper trail.
And Cole is the female that was traveling with this Mitchell-Miller guy. The villager ultimately called the police, finally, to report the incident.
He told somebody, and the other person's like, you should call the police, because he didn't think of it himself. Hi, I got this ding out for only $7,000.
Ding bat.
Yeah.
I got your ding right here.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the ding king.
He called his son or something. Oh, a very nice man. Help me.
911 told the old guy, call us back if they show up at your house again. Guess what? The villager called police, and Mitchell and Cole were arrested on felony charges of theft, both booked into the Sumter County Jail, bond set at $5,000 apiece. I wonder if it doesn't say whether the 85-year-old guy got his money back. Yeah, the $5,700 in cash.
Yeah, he's not getting that back.
Oh, my. Well, where is it? I mean, it might have been on their person when they were arrested.
They just used it for bond.
Yeah. Oh, my. Is that a nutty story? That's insane. All right, latest on Savannah Guthrie. You saw that the Ring Doorbell CEO is under fire, right?
For what? What, for helping too much or not helping enough?
Well, no, because the house, Savannah Guthrie's mother's house, didn't have Ring. Her house had the Nest doorbell system, which is owned by Google.
Okay.
The Ring, the competitor, the more widely used Ring Doorbell CEO, he's getting blasted. He's under fire for saying that the Nancy Guthrie case would have been solved by now if there were more cameras at the house.
All right, it's just stupid.
Yeah, it's like a sales pitch.
Why?
Like,
why?
hey.
Why inject yourself into this at all?
He injected himself.
Oh.
The CEO and founder of Ring Doorbells is getting ripped online for posting that Nancy Guthrie case would be solved if only there were more home surveillance cameras at the 84-year-old grandmother's house. He said, I do believe if they had more of it, if there were more cameras on the house, I think we might, have solved the case. That's what Jamie Siminoff, he still does the commercials, even though, didn't Amazon bought Ring, but Siminoff still, does he still run it? But he's still in the commercials, I know that.
He was the spokesman up until yesterday.
Yeah. Siminoff did a story.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, other than giving, just condolences to the family and and the thing is, he had a platform.
Right.
He had a platform to talk about the importance of having a good home security system.
Right.
But, for him to compare his product to the next product and, try to take a swipe at the Google Nest, it's just stupid.
Or to suggest that, everybody should just be putting in cameras all throughout their house.
Hold on. He thinks that.
He does.
You need 47 Ring cameras on average for every home.
Dude, I've been noticing more and more Ring cameras in restaurants. I went to a diner last week.
Really?
And I was looking around. There must have been 10 of those white cylinder ring cameras everywhere through the restaurant.
Are you serious?
And it wasn't there.
With the little, the illuminated, blue or green ring?
Yes, the whole
on the wall all through the restaurant? What kind of restaurant are you going to?
If you look around now, every restaurant has, hold on. There was a time not too long ago where you were not videoed in restaurants. But every restaurant you're in under surveillance. You walk into any restaurant, but usually the mom and pop places.
But usually it's like a real camera system up in the corner. Stop. You're saying that you went to a restaurant that had Ring doorbells just all over the walls?
All right, dude. Mom and pop places, not like McDonald's. That's that has thought about their security system.
What restaurant was this?
There's two.
Okay.
One on Dale Mabry Highway, one of my favorite diners, Mom's Place.
Yeah.
North of the stadium.
Yeah.
I stopped there.
It used to be a Pop's place too. What happened to that place?
Pop and Sons was next door,
right?
And then that turned into it's changed hands a couple of times. But Mom's place is still there, just north of the stadium on Dale Mabry. And I'm sitting there, and there's one bathroom door in the back, and there's a white Ring camera just watching me. And I look over my shoulder. There's another white cylinder. One over my other shoulder. And you know the other place?
But are they the doorbell cameras, or are they a different camera that Ring sells?
It's the little cylinder camera. It's not the doorbell one because that mounts to the thing.
Right.
It's the one you'd put.
Okay.
Cold, small batch creamery.
Yeah.
Alfred.
Yeah.
He has 20 Ring cameras.
But that's
Ring cameras that you bought for $80 each, from Target. But a lot of small mom and pop businesses use that for.
It's an affordable way to have surveillance in your smaller operation, not like a McDonald's or a big chain.
I understand that. I understand that lots of businesses have surveillance cameras. That's commonplace. I expect it. I thought you were saying that they were just like Ring doorbell cameras.
They are.
But I thought they were the actual one that on the front porch that was mounted all over the restaurant is what I thought you were saying.
Ring camera. Right. It's one that looks like a little mini Coke can.
But it's not the doorbell one that you push the doorbell. I thought you were talking about the doorbell one.
I think it's kind of the same camera. It's just a slightly
different. The doorbell one is square.
Mount.
The doorbell one is square because it has to mount flush to something. But they make this little cylinder one that sits on the kind I bought for the office back when Froggy would vandalize the office.
That's where you caught Froggy.
Yeah.
All right. So every freaking store, you go to Walmart, there are probably no less than 150 cameras in that store.
But there's little wall-mounted cameras that look just like this one that I'm showing you around all kinds of restaurants that aren't.
Yes, that's more of a surveillance camera. I thought you were talking. I thought it was weird because I thought they were the doorbell cameras that you didn't describe it properly.
Well,
I thought you could push the damn button on the wall or something.
And then it rings.
Ding, 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 ding. So we got Jamie Siminoff under fire saying, if they would have had a whole bunch more Ring doorbell cameras, we would have solved this case already. And then Michelle, you saw the DNA glove deal? So the gloves that they made such a big deal over, the mystery DNA has come back. We have a match. It's some restaurant worker. Somehow his gloves ended up tossed out of his car.
So don't you want to know?
Yeah, why his DNA's on file?
Why is his DNA? Was it the FBI CODIS that found it?
Yeah.
Or was it that they stuck it in the genealogy system? Because if it was the CODIS situation and they showed up at his work to question him.
Yeah.
He's out of a job.
He's out of a job. He's got questions to answer from other people now.
So the mystery behind the glove, we have new information.
Well, he's just a litter bug?
Authorities, apparently so.
Yeah, okay.
Authorities revealed that the mystery DNA on one of the gloves discovered near Nancy Guthrie's Arizona home has a match. An employee that works at a restaurant across the street.
What is he?
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos, who has faced a lot of criticism over his handling the investigation, according to the Post, insisted in an interview with KVOA that officials had always suspected that might be the case after scores of random gloves were found near Guthrie's home in Tucson. There was some talk and discussion that it was police officers out in the field just discarding the gloves. That is so far from the truth. We knew at the time, we believed wholeheartedly that those gloves belonged to a restaurant, and guess what? The owner of the glove we found working at a restaurant across the street. He has nothing to do with the case. The gloves have nothing to do with the case. But again, the first thing I thought of is,
So he just goes out and discards his gloves every day?
This guy's DNA, which was found on the gloves, he was in the system.
Yeah.
Either in CODIS or did you find out what it was?
Well, if he was if they did discover it in CODIS or match it in CODIS, that's usually homicide, sexual assault, kidnapping, or burglary.
And when those guys get out, they get jobs in restaurants.
Listen,
I mean,
where do you think
you've got convicts, or you've got folks that are arrested, and they get DNA swabs, and that stuff ends up in a big database, a big FBI database.
Yeah.
So they matched him. So here's what I want to know also. The restaurant where he works, are they curious on why his DNA's on file? The guy that they have working back, run the fryer or the grill or whatever?
Right.
No, they don't care.
Did he disclose that he had a record?
Yeah.
Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe his DNA just popped up,
maybe
matching it.
Or 23andMe.
Well, because we don't know, because they said they were going to do, if it didn't come up in CODIS, they were going to go to that as the alternative, method.
I just typed into AI, what are the most common jobs for people who've been to prison? First one, construction.
Yep.
Second one, manufacturing.
Yep.
Third one, food services and hospitality. Cooks, kitchen staff, and cleaning services.
Yeah.
So,
most common jobs for people who have been to prison.
Yeah. And then here's radio personality.
Stockbroker.
Stockbroker. Financial planner.
Oh,
neurosurgeon right here.
Speaking of food, this McDonald's CEO Archburger story, everyone's getting in on the action now. So I first saw this, I want to say last week. That's when I first saw the McDonald's video from the McDonald's CEO where he just looks so freaking uncomfortable eating the burger. This Chris Kempczynski. And, of course, this started a whole viral ruckus online that, oh, my God, the CEO of McDonald's seems to be repulsed by his own burger. I got to be honest, that big arch looks pretty good.
Yes, it does. But the way this guy is trying it, it's like he's never done any camera work before. And this guy isn't the face of the company.
He's not.
Well, he shouldn't be.
A CEO shouldn't be. You're right.
Unless he's putting on an apron like the Burger King dude and going into a McDonald's
hang on. We're going to go through all this just quickly. I want to do this quickly. But, we said on yesterday's show, when we talked about this yesterday, we said, who in their marketing department looked at this video and said, you know what? Oh, this is great. Let's put this out on social media, this awkward video. Or who didn't stop him when they were recording it? This is not working. You know what? Don't call the burger a product. Call it a freaking hamburger or a burger. What do you say? Oh, this product is great. What are you selling staplers?
But filmed is where it's taped in such a sterile office.
Yeah.
I mean, he has like the I know it's probably McDonald's corporate headquarters, but they couldn't put him in the restaurant or in the lab.
Have him sitting in a restaurant like a regular customer.
Yeah.
Or something.
He was on the McDonald's laboratory where they're mixing up McFlurries.
Why not put on even like a McDonald's logo, shirt or polo?
Have a name tag, a polo with a name tag.
Yeah.
With Chris on the name tag.
Oh no, he's a buttoned up. Look at him.
Put a hairnet on him.
Yes. So again, this was his audio that has totally gone viral in the last week.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it. Here it is, the big arch. This is something that we have tested already. It's in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product.
Yeah, we thought we'd poison them first.
I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this.
Anyway, now it's an awkward video, and I got to be honest, the burger looks good. The new big arch at McDonald's looks good. So now everyone else is getting in on the action. The Burger King CEO jumps in on this thing, and he takes a massive bite out of it. So the problem with Chris, the McDonald's CEO, he takes like this dainty bite. It's almost like
a nibble.
I don't want to shove the thing in your face and get all the crap on your face. That's what the Burger King guy did. So they're all they're spoofing this dude. They're all going after him. They're all mocking him.
Not bad, right?
Only one thing missing. A napkin.
That's the Burger King guy.
That's the Burger King guy, and he's got like the Whopper all over his face because he took a giant real bite, like he's diving in, enjoying the hell out of his Whopper. So that's the Burger King guy. Then we've got the Wendy's dude.
He's
The Wendy's dude is jumping in with his own taste test.
These fresh, never frozen beef, our Applewood smoked bacon, our brand new bun, our square burger cooked on a flat grill. Amazing, absolutely wonderful. That's a burger. This is exactly the way a great hamburger should be. You got to top it off with a fries and Frosty. Excellent.
And then he says something about our machines, our Frosty machines, they always work. So, Andrew, we didn't pull that video. Was that not on the video? But I heard another thing from the Wendy's guy where he's actually pulling the Frosty machine handle to have it squirt out a Frosty. And he says, yeah, and our machines always work. And that's a dig at McDonald's that their Taylor McFlurry machines or whatever are never working. There's even a website that has like they track
the locator.
Yeah, which McDonald's ice cream machines are broken. There's even a website that keeps track. And then last one here, it's the A&W. Do we have A&Ws? Are there any A&Ws in Tampa Bay?
I don't know.
Yeah, so A&W root beer, stand and burgers and fast food. So then the A&W CEO, he gets in on the action as well.
Alan from A&W here with, you heard about it, here it is, the Teen Burger. We love this burger product, which most people call a burger. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but this is actually my lunch. So let's see what we got going on here. Look at that. It has a unique bread that some people would call a bun, but really the star is what's inside. I mean, we've got the lettuce.
Anyway, so he goes through the whole thing.
But this guy is just as goofy and awkward, but he's endearingly awkward. But some people call it a burger. This is the bread. Some people call it a bun.
He says the burger product, which we call a burger, whatever he said. But everyone's spoofing on this dude. So that was the A&W CEO. And there are, two A&Ws in the Tampa Bay area?
If you want to call Spring Hill and Lakeland.
Auburndale.
Auburndale? Okay, yeah.
So there's an A&W in Spring Hill, and there's one in Auburndale.
Yeah.
Interesting that there are no A&W stands like in the immediate Tampa Bay area. So, and by the way, the McDonald's CEO is now trying to do some damage control, and now he insists that he actually eats at McDonald's 3 to 4 times a week in response to an Instagram question.
Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. You got it, guys. Have you ever seen the movie The Founder?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
With Michael Keaton.
Yeah, as Ray
Kroc.
Yeah.
It kind of puts a little negative spin on McDonald's, though.
If Ray Kroc was still alive, he could do a collab with Crocs. Ray Kroc Crocs.
They have McDonald's Crocs.
Do they have McDonald's Crocs?
Yeah, I think they do. I think
that's yellow and red.
McDonald's Crocs.
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
All right, when we get back, Papa John's is saying something, and I hope they keep their promise. Speaking of food, Papa John's is making a declaration. I'm going to hold them to this and more. I'll explain coming up in just a matter of moments. Oh, did you see the drive-through car wash video disaster?
Yes.
Oh, my God. There was a car. Michelle, did you see this?
I don't think so.
There was a car wash. This is not.
How do you not know?
Oh, this is insane. There was a car wash disaster. The video is unbelievable. You got to hear the story. We'll tell you next. Anyway, we're loaded. I'm looking at my list of stuff. We've got an immense final hour. The 9 o'clock hour is next, and you don't want to miss one moment of this in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. You know what? I'm surprised that when you did the search fester on the jobs that people that were jailed get when they're out of prison, I'm surprised that working for a moving company is not on there.
Yeah, right?
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
You talked to Wade. You talked to Wade Sweikel, the chief moving officer at Two College Brothers Moving and Storage. You talked to Wade, and he knows a lot of moving companies hire people that are like right out of the county lockup. Not at Two College Brothers. They do full background checks, drug screening, background checks. They're highly trained. Folks, if you're looking for the best solid moving experience around, if you're moving or if you know anyone that's moving, you call twocollegebrothers.com. Twocollegebrothers.com is the smartest move you'll ever make. They wrap all your furniture in those heavy moving blankets. They handle your boxes with care. Oh, speaking of boxes, mention me, MJ. Say you listen to the MJ Morning Show and you book Two College Brothers, they'll give you a whole bunch of free moving boxes. TwoCollegeBrothers.com, the smartest move you will ever make. If your air conditioning goes kaput, you call Air Rescue, formerly Plan B. Air Rescue, your air conditioning company, folks. Honesty, integrity. I don't know. Did we get to 87 degrees yesterday? It didn't feel like we got that hot. Or maybe it's just the lack of humidity. But we're starting to have the hot days. Are the cold snaps over? It seems like we're headed that way. If you have an air conditioning issue, the AC is not working, whether it's now, whether it's in a month, whether it's in the middle of July or August, anytime you have an air conditioning problem, it's not working, it's not blowing cold, smoke or fire's coming out of it, you call Air Rescue immediately. AirRescue.com. If they're not there when they say they're going to be there, they lop off the diagnostic fee. You don't get charged for that. If you mention me, MJ, they'll give you 10% off your air conditioning bill. You need a new system, it's Air Rescue. Anything air conditioning related, 888 never wait. AirRescue.com, and tell them that MJ sent you. Traffic's on 856. MJ Morning Show back in minutes.
Couple of accidents.
Don't forget, folks, daylight saving time. There's no S. Leave the last S off for savings. So it's daylight saving time. Hits again Sunday morning at 2 a.m. So Saturday night into Sunday morning, 2 a.m., the clocks spring forward.
Really?
This
is the first I've heard of it.
All right, shut up.
No, listen. I haven't heard. I'm serious. Usually you hear, this is the weekend. I haven't heard any of it this year.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I'm surprised. So we get spring forward, fall back.
Yeah. So fall back. That's the good one. When you fall back, you get the extra hour of sleep. That's the good one. This weekend is the bad one.
Oh, no.
Bad. Lose an hour. Not good when you do morning radio. Lose an hour. Bad. Bad. No good, bad. All right, so heads up. Just set your clock. Obviously, the cell phones and a lot of cars do it automatically these days. But just a little reminder from the MJ Morning Show. We launched Dear Flabby officially a couple of hours ago this morning on the MJ Morning Show.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I got to check, and I haven't checked email yet, but the email address is open. If you would like Dear Flabby to answer any of your life's dilemmas, any questions, if you have a problem, let Dear Flabby solve it. Let the DJ revolve it. So you send an email to dearflabby@mjmorningshow.com. Of course, Fester is Dear Flabby.
I would be happy to address all of your issues.
Yeah, Dear Flabby, what stories do you have? What dilemmas? What problems? Send your problem, your question, your problem. Send it to Dear Flabby @mjmorningshow.com. And Fester, a.k.a. Dear Flabby, will be happy to take on your question. Hopefully it's a good story. I mean, we're not going to pick crappy stories.
Yeah, come on. We're not looking for crappy stories.
And, I'm sure we're going to get real stories. I'm sure we're going to get fake stories. Either way, if it's entertaining, it's entertaining. Dear Flabby on the case. Dear Flabby @mjmorningshow.com. The email is now open.
Can Don, the IT guy, put, the Dear Flabby email on my phone?
Dude,
I don't.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to do that.
What? MJ can probably do that for you.
I don't know how to do that.
That's one thing he might know how to do.
I have the login information.
I don't have the password yet. It was just created yesterday.
I have I created it with them. Yeah. I have it.
But you're not going to gatekeep Dear Flabby, are you? Or are you?
I have not decided yet.
I don't think that was the plan.
Yes.
I don't think the plan was to create Dear Flabby so you could,
Why can't you both just have the password?
Yeah,
and, be able to read it and
I'll give you the password.
That way you can communicate on which letters you want to answer.
Dear Flabby, you can have the password. Yes, I will tell you how you log in to Dear Flabby @mjmorningshow.com.
Thank you very much.
I know what the password is. MJMSQ105.
No, it's not. MJMSQ105? It is not.
For a nanosecond there, I thought you were saying that MJ has MS. And I was like, I just took a second to process MJ Morning Show. MJ MS.
I got a feeling Shaq's coming by now.
Oh, yeah?
I got a feeling Shaq is going to pop into the studio any second. Why? Papa John's. And I'm going to hold them to this. You promise? Papa John says they're closing hundreds of restaurants in a major shakeup.
I have a feeling you're right.
Papa John, you promise? Please, close up restaurants, please.
Really?
Come on, man. You know me and pizza. Come on, Papa John's.
He's closing. How many restaurants?
They're saying 300.
I thought we just did a story where they were improving their ingredients.
Okay, I tell you want to improve your ingredients. Go to La Industry in the West Village.
Okay.
Oh, right?
I'm sorry. I want to just stick to this story.
Yeah, but listen, Papa John's, how many they have thousands of locations.
They
really?
Do. Right.
Thousands, 200 or 300 of their underperforming stores.
They've identified approximately 300 underperforming restaurants across North America that are not meeting brand expectations.
Listen, that's the word they use, underperforming. I said it. Underperforming is like the industry word for when they're going to close the store.
I'm telling you right now that they're not meeting pizza expectations in my book. Now, seriously, you know.
But I thought we did a story, wasn't it? Papa John's that said they were going to they did a whole gimmick where they were improving it for a Michelin star.
Yeah.
But now they're closing 300 stores.
There are a number of good pizza shops here in the Tampa Bay area.
Okay.
You know, I have my list, and, you know, most of the good pizza is actually in Pinellas County. Tampa's kind of a drought.
I don't want to hear you do this anymore. Here's why. You're comparing chain pizzerias that employ thousands and thousands and thousands of people nationwide that hundreds and thousands of people use on a monthly basis compared to one-off pizzerias. It's apples and oranges.
But anyone in the pizza business, if you're trying to make a great product, and there again, I have my list of really good places. Oh,
and yet you're not stopping.
And I got a little bit. I got a little bit of a little tidbit, little breaking news item.
If you mention any pizzeria that has 1 or 2 locations, I'm going to kick you in the nut.
I'm just saying.
Because it's completely different.
Dude, I have both.
Well, I'm only going to hit one. I'm only going to hit one. I mean, I'm going to graze one.
I'm just saying that if you if you go into the pizza business and you don't like seek out like really good pizza shops to test them, taste them, it's just amazing to me the places that just make really lousy pizza, not just the chains.
You've never been down to your last $10 and had to feed 3 kids, have you? I could tell.
All right, fortunately not.
I could tell.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, I want you to stop insulting pizzerias that hundreds of your listeners go to.
I'm sorry.
We probably have 200 listeners, 300 listeners right now who are listening who went to Papa John's last night.
Fester, I think the kids should starve rather than have bad pizza.
Dude.
Oh, here's a little exclusive tidbit here. The word has it that the Violet Stone.
Ugh, there goes one nut. They're a good place, but they have one store.
No, they're about to have 2.
You have 2 nuts.
So there's a rumor flying around that the Violet Stone is going to be moving or opening a new location. So they moved to a new location on MLK 9th in St. Pete. So they moved to a new location in Pinellas, but the rumor has it that Violet Stone is opening up a South Tampa location near Kennedy and Dale Mabry.
There's nobody
later this year potentially
in the world who was last night saying, do we go to Papa John's or the Violet Stone? They're not even in the same, I don't want to even say same lane. They're not in the same atmosphere.
Yeah. If you haven't seen, I've got 2 good pizza videos on my Instagram. The video of me checking one slice of pizza from Frank Pepe from Connecticut last weekend. The video of the pizza box coming off of the conveyor belt at Tampa International. That video's on my Instagram. It's Certified MJ Radio. People seem to like it. And then the dilemma at Frank Pepe in Hartford, West Hartford, and there's a Domino's pizza right across from famous Frank Pepe. And I have a major dilemma. If you haven't seen that video, it's on my Instagram also, Certified MJ Radio.
Dude, give me a Domino $7.99 carry out one topping pizza any day.
No,
listen.
You go do the Little Caesars 2 for $5.99 deal or whatever it is. All right, you go do that.
You don't understand.
All right. So the car wash. Can we move on to the car wash?
Let's.
Is this insane? This is not. Does it say where it happened? A disaster.
It looks like someplace in Texas because that sounds like something really Texan-y.
Oh, no, hang on. It's North Carolina.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so from an ABC channel, a rancher in North Carolina.
That's what I saw. I saw a rancher.
Yeah,
That's why I thought.
A rancher in North Carolina, Nightmare, pulls into one of those automated car washes, like at a gas station. Not like the full-service car wash, or the big standalone car wash places.
Oh, that's why.
He goes into, it looks like a gas station car wash, where it's a Shell station or a Texaco or something. They've got the car wash, you get a car wash at the. So this guy, a rancher in North Carolina, pulls in. He's in a pickup truck. In the back bed of the pickup truck is a whole spool of fencing wire. You know how they set up those wooden posts and they put 3 or 4 rows of wire that run for the whole, amount of the property to keep the livestock in? The dude has a whole roll of wire. He rolls through the car wash and the bristle brush thing that drops down and scrubs the whole car. The brush gets into the back of the pickup truck bed, pulls the wire off the spool, and it's unrolling hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet of wire all over the brush. It's all entangled in all the equipment. It is an absolute... Michelle, did you see the video?
No, but I'm pulling it up now.
Oh, you got to see this video. It is insane.
That thing got wrapped around like 100 times.
100 times. The whole spool of wire has... Michelle, you're looking at it now, right?
It's loading.
All right, okay. So,
oh, my God.
Originally, I thought it was barbed wire, but I just saw wire.
No, I think it's just regular wire.
It's regular wire. It's a big spool of wire.
He's driving a King Ranch F-150.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. And this guy has destroyed this car wash. There could be $100,000 in damage in this thing. Because, I mean, do you get in there with wire clippers and, like, clip away a foot at a time? I mean, hundreds and hundreds of feet are all wound into the brushes and the spinning aspects of the whole car wash. I mean, it's like the main brush, the side brushes, it is all wrapped and twisted. It is an absolute disaster.
They couldn't just cut the wire off and be fine?
Well, I just said that.
I don't know. I'm thinking that too.
I said, do you just get in there with wire clippers and cut out a section, a foot at a time? But it looks like it's all wound up into the gears and the mechanism. I mean, it's insane.
And then there was a car behind him.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to ask you.
It looks like it stopped before it got to that car behind the King Ranch inside the car wash line.
You know, it's one of those car washes, and I've seen these. I never put my car through these car washes. I don't want, brushes that touched 4 billion other vehicles on my car. I don't pull into these car washes. I'll hand wash my car, all right, myself. Or, a couple of times a year, I'll have a professional detailer get in and do it. But this is one of these gas station car washes. They've got the signs inside that illuminate, hot wax, applying the undercoating. They've got little signs that illuminate on what process. And this rancher in his F-150 has destroyed this car wash.
It's a mess.
It is a disaster.
So I will tell you this. When you go to the ones where there's, a dedicated car wash that are popping up, it seems like every other corner. Yeah. There's attendance.
That's because the play is like Woody's. Woody's is a whole business model to build Woody's and then sell to private equity, because private equity has been snapping up car washes. And listen, Don's got a great plan. Is you build up Woody's and then you sell it for $500 million, to private equity. Go ahead.
There's also a lot of backlash that communities hate all these car washes.
Oh,
why? Because they don't hire a lot of people and they don't add that much to the.
Oh.
Because how many employees do you really need? Big plot of land like that should hire 50 or 60 people. No, only like 12.
Interesting.
But they have people who look in the back of your truck bed. Like you ever see people around town with like tape on their little SUV windshield wiper on the back?
Oh yeah.
That's because the car wash places tape that windshield down.
Yeah, so the back roller doesn't snap it off like a twig.
But there's a person looking in your truck bed for loose items. This guy completely forgot this spool was back there or thought it's not going to go anywhere, and it destroyed this car wash.
It's like a giant slinky, a roll of wire that's, the size of what? Like a huge trash can lid.
I mean, it could be a thousand. If you said it was 1,000 feet of wire, I'd be like, yeah, probably.
Guess what? About 950 feet of wire are all jammed up and wrapped in this car wash. I don't know if this thing has to be completely dismantled. I mean, that thing's out of commission. That's terrible. Speaking of terrible, Michelle, you said you wanted to go see the Maggie Gyllenhaal movie Bride. And
The Bride.
It's like a Frankenstein kind of movie.
It's not like a Frankenstein kind of movie. It is.
All right.
It's about the bride of Frankenstein.
All right. Well, I saw the New York Post movie reviewer, who I tend to agree with his reviews. The guy's name is Johnny Oleksinski, movie reviewer for the New York Post. He published this story yesterday on NewYorkPost.com. The Bride Review. Jesse Buckley's latest is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in this job. So he's saying this is one of the worst movies he's ever seen as a movie reviewer. He gives it 0 stars. 0. Leave her at the altar, he writes. She is the bride. One of the most absolute worst movies I've had the displeasure of watching in this job. I'm not going to read any more, but man, do you still want to go see it, Michelle?
I do. I'm intrigued by it. And you know what? I'm looking at a whole list of reviews here, and so many of the reviews compare it to Bonnie and Clyde, which is the exact feeling I got when we saw the trailer. And I was like, this seems like a Bonnie and Clyde, like a, Frankenstein monster and the Bride of Frankenstein. And
Beat Bonnie and Clyde.
Right. You can see kind of what they're doing.
Did they rob banks?
Well,
Bonnie. They driving a Model T Ford?
Full of bullet holes.
Look, this is her interpretation and her presentation of a series of events, I guess, involving, Frankenstein and the bride. And if I guess the storyline focuses on the bride, but the reviews are not like horrific. I mean, I think they're likening it to Natural Born Killers. They're saying that it's very aspirational, that she's, it's an interesting take. So, yeah, I would like to see it. I'm not going to drag you to the movies if you don't want to go. But, we can wait for it to, I guess, come out streaming. I don't know.
Or you can maybe just pick up a date here on the radio show and have go with somebody.
My movie buddy's coming home for spring break.
So, Julian.
Yeah.
Does Julian?
I'll suck him into it.
Julian will watch any movie.
No, he won't.
I mean,
sadly,
even
he
for
will
the
not.
Cinematic education that potentially lies in each one.
Fester, I really try. Sometimes I'm like, you really got to see this. And he'd be like, nope. He's, sometimes he just knows a certain, either a style or a certain actor, something about it. He'd be like, I don't like that story. And if it's not going to resonate with him, he won't be able to watch it.
Julian, you on hold here? You got it? Hello?
No, yeah, I'm here. It was just crazy because I literally just got into a lift, and essentially I just put my AirPods in to listen to the show, and you just called me.
Oh, there you go. So why are you in a lift? Yeah. Why are you in a lift right now?
Well, as you know, I had an overnight shoot for a senior thesis, so we started at like 10:30 last night, and we just wrapped at 9 this morning. So and it's downpouring here in the city.
So you've been shooting, you've been working on a senior's thesis film project overnight for 2 days in a row?
Yep.
Wow. What is your job on the shoot? What are you doing?
I'm a first camera assistant, so I'm like pulling focus and making sure the camera's all good.
Oh, nice.
Are you a best boy?
He's a grip. Key grip.
I'm a best boy electric.
What does the best boy do?
How about a gaffer? The gaffer.
He's just the best boy.
Yeah. All right. So, Julian, the reason why we're calling is I just read a review from the New York Post from the movie critic. He says that the new Bride movie with Maggie Gyllenhaal is one of the worst movies he's ever seen in his entire job as a movie critic.
Is that with like the second one?
Yeah, it's called Bride.
The Bride with the exclamation mark.
Bride, Maggie Gyllenhaal, and it's like the Bride of Frankenstein kind of deal. And he gives it 0 stars. 0.
Oh. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I mean,
Christian Bale's in it.
You can't. Yeah. No, I mean,
listen, the reason why Julian, I'm calling you because I was wondering whether you had heard about this thing, but it sounds like you haven't.
I have not. I've been so busy.
All right, because usually you got a good handle on the movies that are coming out. All right, man.
I know.
All right, so where are you? Where are you in a lift heading from where to where?
Heading from the restaurant in which we were shooting in to my dorm.
Oh, where was the
Canal Street?
All right, so you're going to the dorm near Canal Street, and where was the shoot? Was it in Manhattan or a different borough?
Well, funny story. It was actually before I took my girlfriend, or like before I asked my girlfriend to be my girlfriend, I took her to this restaurant, and we are actually shooting in that restaurant.
What restaurant is it?
Mono, or like Mono plus Mono.
Mono y Mono.
Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, but it's like East 4th and.
So it's in Manhattan.
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's
all
in
right.
Manhattan,
Yeah.
Lower East,
All right.
Lower East Village.
Gotcha. All right, man. Listen, go home, go to sleep. It sounds like you've been up all night, and I guess you'll wake up at
No,
4.
I've class at 12:30.
Oh my God!
So
All right.
get a quick nap and get to class.
Yeah, you'll be able to get a quick nap in, right?
Maybe. If
All
I'm
right.
lucky.
All right. Have a good day, buddy.
All right, bye.
All right, Julian.
Anyway, so Jesse Buckley, who was just in Hamnet, is in it.
Yeah.
Christian Bale, Peter Sarsgaard, Penelope Cruz, Annette Bening. I mean, it has a pretty,
but
solid cast.
The New York Post movie critic said it's like one of the worst things he's ever seen in his life.
One critic said that, and that's what you're going to go on. You're so narrow-minded.
Yeah, I can't buy what one critic has to say.
Right.
These critics are trying to go viral as much as anybody else.
When we get back, remind me, do not get a job working on any of the boats on the Deadliest Catch TV show. So the Deadliest Catch, where they go fishing for king crab, remind me, do not get a job on one of the crabbing boats. I will explain next. Yeah, there's an update on the cast member that didn't make it. A couple of little updates here.
Todd, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. All right, hold on. Don't spoil the whole
His
segment.
name is Todd. We talked about that yesterday.
Well, hang on.
I'm
All
not
right.
spoiling
All right,
anything.
hang on. Well, I got more information. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. If you are getting ready to travel, I have a major travel advisory. 32 countries are on a travel advisory list now because of multiple issues, travel advisors. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. We have a lot. Final chunk, long segment, MJ Morning Show next here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Miracle Toyota. It's a miracle. You want a miracle when you go car shopping? I think everyone wants a nice miracle. You go to Miracle Toyota. Miracle Toyota is in Haines City in beautiful Polk County. If you're listening anywhere in Polk and you're looking for a Toyota car, truck, or SUV, head to Miracle Toyota. They're going to treat you incredibly well. You're going to get a killer price. You want to tell them that MJ sent you. This month at Miracle Toyota, part of the Murphy Auto Group, they are making a donation for every vehicle sold to Gray Bull Rescue. It's Gray Bull Appreciation Month. As Gray Bull, we just had Brian Stern from Gray Bull on the air a couple hours ago. He's in Jordan, just evacuated a whole bunch, like 150 people, evacuating them from the Middle East to get them back to the U.S. because the U.S. government is not helping Americans get out right now. So Gray Bull has gone in. And for every car purchased this month at Miracle Toyota, they're going to make a donation to Gray Bull Rescue. Also, the Triple Double Sales event set records last month. They decided to keep it going. A little bit of a twist. They're tripling the college, grad, or military rebates this month. And if you use your tax return toward your down payment, they're going to double it up to $2,500. So great incentives, great deals. Always great to work with Miracle Toyota in Haines City, and tell them that MJ sent you. 924 MJ Morning Show, back in just a minute.
A couple of accidents in Pasco, both northbound.
Here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Hello, MJ here, Fester, Michelle. The deadliest catch, and unbelievably, just the teaser has prompted a person to call in that used to work on one of the crabbing boats out of Dutch Harbor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, where Deadliest Catch originates. What is that on, like Discovery? The Deadliest? I mean, I used to watch it religiously back probably, mid-2000s, and I kind of fell off. But, hey, James? James, hang on. So, if you were listening a few minutes ago, I said, hey, remind me never to get a job on one of those crabbing boats in the Bering Sea, leaving from Dutch Harbor, Alaska, fishing for king crab legs, which I love, but they become very, very pricey. I mean, you go to a fancy restaurant, you get one king crab leg, it's like $130. It's like one freaking leg. Yeah, that's a good deal right there. That's a value meal. All right. So remind me, do not get a job on one of these fishing boats. So the latest guy to die, 25 years old, a dude, 25 years old, named Todd. Todd Meadows fell overboard and apparently died of drowning or hypothermia. Michelle, what are they saying? He was overboard. They fished him out and they couldn't revive him. So very, very, very rough seas. And I'm sure that the person on hold is going to tell us more in a second. But they fished him out of the water and they tried to revive him. They were unsuccessful. 25 years old, Fester. The guy's named Todd Meadows.
That's a shame.
Well, let me tell you what's going on here. His name's Todd. Guess what?
What?
Another Todd died on another boat back in 2021. Todd Kachutin was a deckhand on the Patricia Lee, working on the boat in February 2021. Kachutin was severely injured after being hit with a crab pot, weighs up to 800 pounds. A medevac was called to assist, but he died shortly thereafter. He was 30. Todd, I'm not getting a job on one of these crabbing boats.
No kidding, dude.
My real name as Todd. Holy crap. Actually, Us Magazine, Us Weekly, or whatever they call it now, they actually, was this Us Weekly or?
People, probably.
Yeah, I have Us Magazine.
Okay.
Maybe People as well. They did a whole compendium on the number of people that have died.
But a lot of those deaths were not on boat or work related. A lot of them were a heart attack or a stroke or something else that happened. But Todd from 2021 and Todd from 2026 were actively working in an accident or something happened.
Yeah, like Phil Harris. He was the captain of, the Cornelia Marie.
Mm-hmm.
He died of a stroke.
Right.
Then you've got a whole bunch of other names here. Oh, by the way, before I go to the call, James, I'll be right there. Hang on. I want to hear what you have to say. The mother of the Todd that just died is begging that Discovery not use the footage because a crew was on the boat when he got chucked overboard.
I got news from Mom.
Yeah, so
That's
Mom,
must-see TV right there.
Mom is pleading with the Deadliest Catch people and Discovery, please do not use the footage of my son falling overboard and them trying to revive him on the Aleutian Lady in the treacherous Bering Sea on February 25th. Let me grab James. James, hi, welcome. You're on the MJ Morning Show. It says that you're in Newport Richey now, but you once worked on one of those crabbing boats out of Dutch Harbor?
Yeah, I worked on a boat called the Rose, and it basically, it's exactly what it shows on the show. It's not anything made up. Those seas, you're rolling seas, you got 40, 50-foot waves. I could see why that mother doesn't want that video shown, because it does get very dangerous out there.
James, how long did you work on one of these boats, and when? What years?
I did it for 9 years.
Wow.
I did it from 95 to 2004.
All right, so I think the Deadliest Catch started around, the early 2000s. Was your boat ever featured or no?
No, it was not. But I know Phil Harris. I knew Phil Harris. I know the boys, Josh and Jacob.
Wow.
You don't see Jacob too much because Jacob's doing a lot of the rehab things because drugs run wild in this thing too. So
what was the name of the boat?
You're out at sea.
What was it?
It was called the Rose.
Was it called the Scandies Rose?
No, it's just called the Rose. It's one of the smaller boats that did not get onto the show, didn't want anything to do with it because those guys getting away, they do sometimes they take more risks because they're on camera.
Wow, so you're saying that like the TV crews shooting get in the way of the deckhands and the folks working the boat?
Yeah, they've got to really be on their toes. They've got to be able to move real quick.
Wow.
They use a lot of underground camera or underwater cameras, and they do get in the way, and, it makes them more dangerous for us.
How much money did you make? I know that it was dependent on the haul and what kind of season you had. And, like, for instance, on the Deadliest Catch, I haven't seen it in many years, but at the end of the season, they would have, like, which boat brought in the most, 200,000 pounds of crab legs. Now, did you guys fish for only king crab, or did you fish for other items?
Opelio.
Yep.
Opelio. We did all of them. But, you'd be out at sea maybe 4 months, 4.5 months, and you'd walk out with, anywhere from 45,000 to a low day maybe being, 27, 28,000.
So you're talking about at sea for 4 or 5 months, and you could make $45,000-$50,000
easily.
Gotcha.
Easily.
Oh,
but the danger.
That's a tough living.
I've seen, some of these guys, and they just stay out at sea, and I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, how did you do it? 4 or 5 months, and you're rolling in 20-foot seas? I mean, what is that like?
Oh, not even 20 foot. 20 footer out here in the ocean, you're looking at 45, 50 footers, and it's you've got to get some sea legs. It's pretty dangerous, like I was saying.
Were you ever in a situation where you got hurt or almost died or chucked overboard? Like, what was the worst thing that happened to you?
No, we've gotten really rough seas, and we're hitting 40 footers, and all of a sudden you look at the whole deck and it's just nothing but water. And the captain's yelling, head count, and you got to say your number in order for the captain to hear. And if he doesn't hear your number, at least on our boat, we started looking for you.
All right. Was anyone ever hurled overboard on your boat?
No, thank God.
Oh, wow.
I tell you, no.
I mean, getting thrown overboard sounds like it's an outlier thing. I mean, that's not overly common.
So, James, you're in Newport Richey now. What do you do now?
I actually still do work on boats. I captain yachts, but I'm more retired. I kind of sat back because that job just kills you. It really does a big deal on your body.
All right. So James says that everything you see on like the Deadliest Catch is true. All right. Thank you, James.
Yeah,
I appreciate you listening.
Yeah, right.
I appreciate you calling in.
Have a wonderful day, guys. Thanks
you
a
too.
lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
That was a great call.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Let me just rip through a bunch of stuff here before we shut things down today. Andy Dick, you know the comedian?
I thought he died.
Dude, this guy's been a mess with drugs. Andy Dick is now saying that they discovered 5 to 7 holes in his brain following his latest near-death fatal drug overdose that was, I guess, back in December. This guy's been on and off the wagon.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how many times? He's 60 years old, and he was on the Howie Mandel podcast, and he was just going through his stuff, and he was just saying, now, holes in the brain. I mean, this guy is a mess. I mean, you look at him, he looks terrible. And remember, he was in a car wreck? Remember, he was all, like, drugged up? And I'm trying to remember. You could probably look this up and tell me where it happened. Andy Dick was in a car wreck. He was on drugs, I think, smashed into cars at an intersection, and then fled the scene on foot. And then the police, choppers, and dogs were looking for him, and I think he was arrested. He did time for that. Yeah, he was in a terrible car crash. What a mess. Guy's a total... Oh, man, I just dropped a bunch of stuff. Hey, guess who died?
Not Andy Dick.
No, he could be any minute, though. The bank robber that held a gun to Paula Dean's head back in 1987. Paula Dean, the restaurant lady. Paula Dean, remember the story that she was, in her younger days, she was held at gunpoint at a bank during a robbery?
I don't know that I ever heard that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Really?
I mean, listen.
Dude, we've talked about it on the show.
I don't recall that at all. I mean, I think I've met Paula Dean 2 or 3 times, and she's a bubbly person who likes her butter, and she was lovely, but I never heard that she was held at gunpoint.
Yeah, I just dropped all my stuff on the floor, so I had to disappear for a second. Yeah, the robber, Eugene Thomas King Jr., was found unconscious in a Brooklyn, New York apartment, declared deceased by EMS late last week. 75 years old. He was the convict, became famous for holding a gun to Paula Dean's head. By the way, Paula Dean, she's...
she was canceled.
Yeah, she was canceled. Mm-hmm. Was it the N-word, I believe?
She made a couple of insensitive
she was canceled.
Comments.
Yeah.
She's all right.
Oh, you know what else I saw? I saw that a Better Call Saul actor, I guess, couldn't get work, and he works for Amazon now, or now he's just quit Amazon, and he's trying to find new acting gigs. I didn't know the guy's name when I saw the story. I'm like, I didn't recognize his name, but when I saw him and there was like a couple of screenshots of scenes that he was in, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember him. You know, Better Call Saul is a fantastic show.
Now he's dropping off packages?
A recurring actor from Better Call Saul said he's now an Amazon delivery driver because opportunities in acting have dried up. Then I read, I guess, an update that now he stopped delivering for Amazon. And, I mean, if you need money, I would keep driving for Amazon until you find another acting gig.
The problem is maybe he can't look for the acting gigs while he can't take the gray truck to his audition.
Hey, you know what? You show up to the audition wearing the light blue Amazon vest.
Dude, what if the call is for a delivery driver?
It's for an Amazon driver.
You walk in with the vest, like this guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
He got it. He's got it. He gets it.
Guy's name is John Christian Love. I thought it was interesting. Here he's on, multiple episodes, recurring character on Better Call Saul, a young black guy, and can't find work. So he's an Amazon driver, or maybe was.
These guys don't get like residual checks years and years down the road, do they? I mean, he's not still making money off of his Better Call Saul appearance.
So, Michelle, Eric Dane, who recently died.
Right.
Eric Dane's claim to fame was Grey's Anatomy.
Yes, I think
so. And he just died recently of, was it pancreatic cancer? Was it? He just died.
I don't know that his was pancreatic cancer.
Can you look it up?
I thought he was ALS.
Oh, maybe he was ALS. Maybe look it up. Anyway, so Eric Dane has died, and I want to get let's get it correct on what he died of. But Eric Dane apparently is now being victimized because an old sex tape of his is now recirculating on the heels of his death.
Yeah.
there was some kind of infamous 2009 nude tape, and now it's circulating again in Hollywood with, private viewing parties. I mean, how morbid is that? The guy just died. What did he die of? Does it say?
He had Lou Gehrig's disease,
Okay,
so he
so-
basically
yeah,
died
ALS,
of not being able to breathe, I guess, right? But that's respiratory failure.
rest
but
in
it was as
peace.
a result of ALS.
Yeah, he can't rest in peace now because they're showing his sex tape, whatever that was. Oh,
I kicked the bucket. I only want you to show sex tapes.
I've got I got a couple updates. So, people rave about the Vegas sphere. So Michelle and I, we haven't been to Vegas since like 2011. But I would like to see a show. I wouldn't mind seeing like the Eagles, for instance, in the Vegas sphere. The Vegas sphere gets rave reviews that it's amazing. And now, a couple updates. So now they're talking about building a Nashville sphere, a smaller version, not as big as Vegas, but a sphere in Nashville. So that could be the next sphere. And guess what the next sphere after that could be? The rumors are hot. Bartow.
Whoa.
Or Mulberry. They're trying to, yeah.
I like one in Mulberry.
That will change all of southern central Polk County.
The Bartow sphere or the Mulberry sphere. I would look at Frostproof. The Frostproof sphere.
Plenty of parking.
Yeah. Oh, lots of parking.
Guess who was just arrested for DUI?
Has it just broken?
As of 10 minutes ago.
Oh, my God. Breaking news. Holy.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Wow. I do have the sound effect.
You don't need it anymore. You got me.
No,
Yeah, Fester just did it.
Breaking news. I'm taking this guy's job.
I need to play the real one.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news.
Breaking news on the MJ Morning Show. Britney Spears arrested for DUI in California. Holy crap, just breaking. The U.S. Sun has this. Michelle, see if you can find this elsewhere as well.
I clicked. I found a bunch of stories, and this was the first one I clicked.
Britney Spears has been arrested for DUI in California. After months of sparking concern with troubling behavior and social media posts, the singer was booked for DUI by California Highway Patrol.
That's Chips.
That's Chips. John and Podge. Around 9:30 p.m. last night, Wednesday night. She has since been released and is due in court on May 4th. The U.S. Sun has seen Britney's inmate details, which confirm her arrest. On the paperwork, the singer's occupation is listed as celebrity and states she was booked at 3 a.m. Thursday morning. So this was late last night and early this morning that this was going on out in California.
You can pick celebrity as occupation?
Yeah, celebrity.
Good to know.
Yeah, occupation. This comes as fans have spotted Britney in her awful state. I mean, she's coming across in some of these videos as terrible.
Britney's deactivated her social media page.
Yeah, Michelle, do you see anything else?
After the arrest.
What other?
Well, it's on TMZ. TMZ was the first to break it, it says.
All right, well, read TMZ. What do they have?
I'm getting there as quickly as I can.
All right, hurry up. So Britney Spears, breaking news.
She was handcuffed at 9:30. I think you said that. She's since been released. No comment from her yet.
Oops, I did it again.
I mean, it's 6:40 in the morning out there. She's sleeping. She's passed out.
Well, wow. Breaking news. Britney Spears busted on DUI charges in California. Does it say where? Where in
Ventura County.
Oh, Ventura.
Ventura County Sheriff's Office, inmate records.
Yeah, maybe Oxnard up in Ventura. Wow, listen, there have been people close to her that they say they're worried about her life. There have been stories that people close to Britney, they are concerned that she might not be with us too much longer. That's how bad her spiral has become. That's terrible. Anyway, a couple of quickies here. Game of Thrones movie is officially in the works at Warner Brothers. Game of Thrones movie. All right, so Game of Thrones is done, so now I guess they're going to do a movie. And now it's House of the Dragon. When does that pick back up?
I don't even know. It's so hard that these shows they're only like 8 or 10 episodes, and then you have to wait a year and a half or 2 years.
You see that Sarah Ferguson is officially homeless now, essentially?
Oh, yeah.
So Fergie is staying with friends on like a couch after losing her royal home because of the whole former Prince Andrew and Epstein deal.
You know what I read is she bounced around. She first went to some very highfalutin resort, like health resort in Switzerland, and it costs I think tens of thousands of dollars a night because you have your own personal dwelling with your own personal chef, and the meals are catered to your health, whatever.
Sounds expensive.
It was.
Yeah.
And then she went to Ireland, I think, to another resort for something else. And so now she's sleeping on a couch.
For some Bailey's Irish cream.
Yeah.
So Sarah Ferguson is like homeless. Oh, speaking of the Epstein continued fallout, did you see that one of the LinkedIn co-founders joked about ice cream for the girls and a gift to Jeffrey Epstein after staying at his island? So a dude, this guy, what's his name? Reid Hoffman. LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman stayed at Jeffrey Epstein's island and at his Upper East Side townhouse. Sent Epstein ice cream either for yourself or the girls. Once hosted him at a dinner party with Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel. Wow. So now we got one of the LinkedIn guys sucked into the Epstein vacuum of death.
Does he put that on his LinkedIn profile?
What, Epstein vacuum of death?
That he was mentioned in the Epstein docs.
Wow. What else do we have? Oh,
so more TMZ stuff breaking news in the last couple minutes.
Yeah.
Savannah Guthrie goes back to the Today Show set for the first time.
Oh, she went back to visit?
She was there this morning.
Oh, wow. Was she on TV?
No, she was behind the scenes, but you could see through the big glass enclosure where people can see inside the room. You could physically see her inside, and there's a couple of snapshots. And Julian, who was on a couple of minutes ago, commented that it's raining in the city, and you could see through the glass there's streaks of drops of rain that you could see her standing behind, talking to her.
Savannah
Guthrie, I need a
I literally thought you were going to start singing, here's a story of Savannah Guthrie's mother who was abducted.
I'm talking about Savannah Guthrie going back, and I know it wasn't planned for the segment.
But listen, I have a segue.
Okay.
That was my segue.
Here's the story of a lovely...
The Brady Bunch house has become a protected historic landmark in Los Angeles, in L.A. County. Yeah, it's not actually in Los Angeles. It's the house is in like Glenwood or where's the actual house? Yeah, the Brady Bunch house in Los Angeles County has been declared a historic landmark.
In Studio City.
Studio City, that's where it is. Studio City. 11222 West Dilling Street is the Brady Bunch exterior. And then they redid the interior. The interior of that house never looked like the Brady Bunch house because that was done on a soundstage, on a set. But the owners of the house, which I think was one of the didn't like TV Land or something buy the house?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they redid the whole interior to look like the actual house, and it is like a spinning image. So now it's going to be a big historic landmark. Can never be torn down.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And I think we got to go.
You want to transition to that as well with some boppy theme music? I like
it's
that.
called the show closer. Yeah. All right, 9:53 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, have yourself a fantastic day. We may or may not see you tomorrow. Might take another comp day. They owe me. So, folks, have a good one. We'll see you soon. MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.